Uh, Before we jump into the numbers, let me give you some update on the global level as a GText. GText is a business built by Dr. Stephen Akintayo back 17 years back. So, but I still feel business is quite synonymous with his name. So I just want to clarify, this is a business run by a professional team. I'm a group CEO. I run the business with my managing directors. Dr. Stephen is a chairman and a shareholder. He is not very much involved in day to day. He oversees things. Uh, and for the records, by the way, I haven't paid Dr. Stephen any money so far. We look forward, sir. There will be a time coming so we can pay you some dividends. And thank you for all the patience and your hard work and guidance you provide us. Uh, the GText in recent quarter, we have made quite a big move into our operations in the US. We are quite leveraging on what we started last year. Mr. Farouk, our managing director, GText Homes, will elaborate more. I would request him to specifically give us update on our US projects in particular. Uh, in terms of uh, UAE operations, I think we have made quite good strides in that arena. Mrs. Akintayo is our managing director for GTech Suits. She looks over GTech Suits Nigerian and UAE operations, and I do oversee the operations. And we just recently uh, landed in Doha as well. So that's another office in the Middle Eastern market. Uh, Other than that, in Nigerian markets, we are expanding. Let me share my slides. So I'll just go through few things. Can you see my slide, Abbas?
Yes, sir. I can confirm that we can see your
Okay.
slides, sir.
Yes. So this is the management team, as I mentioned. Uh, so we have Mr. Michael. He is our general executive director sales for the GTEX holder. Mr. Farouk Usman is MD for GTEX Homes. A very able lady came in recently, rose up to this position. Jessica, she is managing director for G&A, GTEX and Associates, and of course, well-known Mrs. Bisia Quintayo. We have moved Mr. Akena from G West Capital. He is heading as MD of Stephen Akintayo Foundation, and Mr. Shola is the managing director for GTEX Land. Mr. Tony is heading G West Capital. So this is a team, leadership team in the GTEX holding group companies, which run day to day. So these are your focal points for any contacts, for day to day contacts, any feedback, any complaints, any recommendations. So these are a couple of numbers. We have done about 1.7 billion in terms of sales for the Q1, and we were able to collect about 1.3 billion, but not from only these sales. This 1.3 billion contain numbers from the previous old receivables, and this is out of 1.6, we have collected about 500 million, and this 1.1 billion plus receivables only comprises from the current receivables. As a company, we have more than 2 billion receivables, which is quite a large number. And we request and appreciate our all clients to pay their payments when they become due, because this is the cash flow that we use this cash flow to develop our estates. We are spending a lot of money on all our estates. We have fence, we are putting roads, we are developing infrastructure. A recent example, we have done lots of work in our estates in Abajuleki, and new estates have come up there. So these are some of the challenges. I think the standard, we because we always like to look inwards, what were where we could do few things better. Common challenges I see across all subsidiary: we need to generate more leads, need to have better staffing, uh, need to have better digital marketing, social media marketing. So I won't go in detail, so each MD can go through in details. So these were of, I think these are the last ones. One of the key star performance, I would like to commend them, Mr. Akena. He made sales, I think, during April, a sizable number. And Daniel is another great example. He joined as an intern. He became a star performer in few months. So these are the kind of people who shine and have future in GText, and Mrs. Candy One as well. So some of the milestones for Q1, we have launched 4 new estates in Nigeria. Uh, we've done a marvelous step in Abeduleki. In one of our state in Abeduleki, we have named street after Dr. Cosmos Maduka, well-known Nigerian entrepreneur. So there was a big ceremony. So there's a Dr. Cosmos Maduka Street in our Abeduleki estate, Jasper Gardenia. So that was one of the big achievements, and we are honored to have him associated with the group. We have launched a new subsidiary called GTEX Farms. This is a new area we are exploring. We want to be sustainable and green. Being a socially responsible business, we love this kind of. We love, especially. I have a special heart for this subsidiary, and Miss Bukola Lukan is have a special oversight on this team, along with Mr. Shola. GTEX Farm will be producing our own agri products, including rice, yam, and all other eatables. Will be developing this subsidiary big times, and including the delivery system. We ran a 30-day sales challenge by GNA. That was quite an event we ran for last 1 month. So we plan to run this challenge again. We did sponsorship and participation in Alibaba January event that happened in January. That was one of the uh, good networking event GText had sponsored and did participate. We did participate in the Shift conference also by Mr. Sam Adeomi. So another thing, we love to collaborate actually wherever possible, because we believe in collaboration. All parties are winner whenever you collaborate in any business. Uh, then we sent some of our selective MDs to attend a sales retreat for GTEX Land associate members at Honey Beach uh, uh, event. So that was another development opportunities and networking opportunities for the team. We did participation uh, in Dubai. There was a big event, more than 600 women get together from around the globe. And I was personally there, International Women Leadership Conference in Dubai. That was a huge event. Uh, Mrs. Akintayo and Miss Bakola and two of our staff did travel to Dubai. We did a we did sponsor the event, and there was a huge networking opportunities for GText, and some business came out of that as well. Uh, then, along with that, what are few things we're planning for the Q2? Doha, by the way, just recently we had a CEO leadership retreat from 25th April to April 30, just concluded in Doha. So that's something. Lot of Most of the leadership team, they flew from Lagos to Doha, and along with other participants, it was a great event. It was full of learning, a new exposure, networking, fun. So we do believe we would like to thank you, our chairman, especially Dr. Stephen Akintayo. He believes in human development. I think there's no company I have seen in my career who love to spend this much on the human development. We really spend money, we develop, we train. Young guys became our MDs. So this is something which is unique in our GTEX, and this is the news for our staff. So look forward. We are heavily, one thing we are focusing on for Q2, we are trying to build new teams. We are looking a leadership team for our subsidiary in G West. We are still hunting something which fits the criteria. And in all subsidiaries, we are running a campaign to have a quality interns, because what we believe, Dr. Stephen have always believed, interns have become a long-term asset for the company, because they are young, hungry, and we have a full-fledged campaign. We do select interns. We provide them free accommodation for first 6 months. We don't pay them anything. Of course, if they make sales, they get commissions. And after 6 months, the good ones are retained, and they are offered proper employment along with salaries and commission structure. So we are open for internships, and all subsidiaries, all MDs are looking for staff. So if all, so the reason I'm saying here, most of our clients, if you or anyone in your networks, they want to join, there's an opportunity. So, and the focus I have seen along, I have heard from all MDs, we need to generate better leads. So we will be spending more on lead generations in all our subsidiaries. The quality leads is the basis of our sales and growth. We have a huge budget to attend more business and professional conferences in the coming quarter. I think Mrs. Akintayo is planning few things in Dubai. That will be later this year in November, or few things in Nigeria as well. Networking and register with the Lagos Golf Club. I think this is something which will be completed in during Q2. African Seasoning and Spice Trading Expo Lagos, which should be coming up in Q2. Uh, then every quarter we keep running the investment master classes, run by Dr. Stephen Akintayo. We did a very successful event in Abuja and Lagos as well. That was called Business Growth Conference. I think I forgot to mention earlier. This is something major happened in April, but that's one of the achievement. I think that was a quite commendable events GTEx organized, which not only helped training the people for the brand awareness and stuff. So we plan to spend money on outdoor marketing and event sponsorships, and like to partner with the holding companies for the brand awareness and sponsorship participations. So this is some of the few things, and I have not covered most of the stuff because each MD would be explaining particular subsidiaries heading, and we'll be going through the numbers and the achievements and any challenges. So I would love to welcome everyone again in the session. Uh, we'll be we'll be happy to hear from you any comments. One thing I would like to tell all our clients: we are a business. We have a 24/7 customer relationship management system. So all your concerns, feedback, recommendations, we're always happy to hear. We would love to hear and learn from you. But at the same time, I would like to comment before I hand over the floor to Mr. Abbas. Of recent late, we have seen a trend on media, a cyberbullying against our company and against our chairman. We won't shy away to address this. We know uh, so we have seen this negative trend that is purely built from profession jealousies, hateful, saddest. Have seen some saddest comments running around that he is charging $18,000 for his mentorship. Guys, if you afford, you can come and take the mentorship. If you can't afford, so this is not something your ball game. So don't be in a position you don't know the value and you just commenting left right. So we have taken note of that, and we are a company. We are a company built with a thick skin. Have been in the market for 17 years. We're gonna be there for another 100 years. We are building a legacy. We are not a business which is gonna run away. If there are concerns, if there are unhappy customers, we are expanding in the north and east region in Nigeria. You will hear in the Q2, we'll be announcing estates there. We're not going anywhere. We have been there in the market. If there are unhappy customers, this is the only company in my lifetime, I have a 25 years experience, which have open policy. If customer is unhappy, we're happy to refund your money. You have bought a piece of land from us in any of our estates. You have concerns, please, there's a refund procedure. Do apply. Accordingly, terms and conditions apply. We'll be happy to refund your money. So I challenge you, show me any developer in the Nigerian market or elsewhere. I live in Dubai. I haven't seen people refunding money. So just to bring credibility to our customers, we have this excellent policy, and we have refunded serious amounts. And I think over the life of the company, made more than a billion dirham, uh, a billion naira in terms of repayments. In our GWES subsidiary, we have an investment arm. We do pay returns of their profits, and we do capital repayments on when they become due. Let me tell you, as a business, you face challenges. Nigerian economy is not an easy place to work with. But despite having and facing all these challenges, inflation, currency devaluations, we have stood tall, we are growing, and we have lots of excellent plan to build homes, to build estates, to contribute to Nigerian economy, to provide and generate employment opportunities for the youth in Nigeria in particular. Dr. Stephen Akintayo is someone who started this business from nothing. He has built this empire, so he believes in giving back. We run Stephen Akintayo Foundation, where a lot of charitable contributions are there. So, as a business, we are running it professionally. You're most welcome. Any concerns, I will be joining you later towards the later in this session. So I would advise all the MDs have their all email addresses and a hotline available for all our customers. Any concerns, we're happy to look into, and if they cannot, they can be escalated my level, and we can resolve it. Thank you very much for joining us and for all the time. And I will be speaking to you later. Mr. Abbas, floor is yours for time being. Mr. Abbas, are you there?
Thank you so much, Mr. Rana. Thank you. Over a million times for that very powerful session. Thank you for addressing our clients' concerns. Thank you for walking us through how much progress we have made in just Q1 of 2025 at the annual um, at, at the Q1 general meeting. Um, if I may, I would like to inform the House and all our esteemed guests that I am not the moderator by myself. I have the pleasure and privilege of being joined by Miss Blessing Ezeagu, the branch manager for GText Holdings Port Harcourt. It's my pleasure at this stage to invite Ma'am Blessing to take over the floor in the spirit of gender equality.
All right, thank you, Bas. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Blessing Ezeagu, and I'm honored to join you today as your co-moderator. My role specifically is to ensure that the flow of the discussion is on track, and I'm here to assist with the questions and interactions. Please do well to stay tuned, as this is going to be an interactive one, as we are giving a formal report on the first quarter of the year. And I officially also want to welcome our clients on board. For those that are just joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mr. Rana, for such a wonderful presentation. Yes, and I don't know, is this where I'm supposed to introduce the next person, Mr. Abbas?
Are we? Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for that. On the second item on our list, we'll be introducing our GCOO, that's our Group Chief Operating Officer, in the person of Ms. Bukola Lokon, who is giving us a presentation on the group performance so far. Okay. Who is giving us a group performance so far? All right, so I was told that Ms. Bukola is not currently here. So I'm going to call on our MD GTech Suits, who is also the wife of our phenomenal chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, in the person of Mrs. BC Akintayo. Please let's give her a round of applause as we welcome her on board. Welcome on board, Ma. Can you please, IT, put her on the spotlight? Thank you. Thank you so much. How you doing today, Ma? Ma, you're muted.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today. And good morning to every one of our esteemed clients. And we want to say thank you for believing in us and believing in our vision as well. So I actually head the Dubai office and also GTEC Suites, which is in charge of secondary market also in the Nigeria office. And we've been giving the good reports about GTEX Holdings in general, which comprises of several subsidiaries. And based on what Mr. Rana has shared, I don't know if you need me to share my slide here right now, because I'm trying to do that. Blessing, do you want me to share my slide, or I should just go ahead and talk?
Yes, Ma. Keep those slides. Thank you. Share.
Okay, so basically in the Dubai real estate market, we have been doing our best over the years to work with different developers. So we work with the top-notch developers in Dubai real estate market. But one of the things we always appeal to our clients who are investing in the Dubai market, just like we have it in the Western world, in UK, in the US, properties you buy off plan are usually basically more like the mortgage you have over there. So and the way it works in the UK, in the US, in the Western world, if you do not pay up your mortgage, you lose your property. And we are glad that our clients have been compliant. They have been handling to ensure that they meet up with their mortgage terms, which is at zero interest. We've had quite a number of clients who have gotten their properties in the Dubai real estate market as well, who bought their properties either off plan and their properties has been delivered to them. Some of them who did not invest in the off plan project, but they actually chose to buy ready to move in apartments as well in the Dubai real estate market. Also, have gotten their keys. So we've delivered several projects, several properties to clients in diaspora. And the good aspect of this is that a lot of these clients necessarily did not come into Dubai to finalize these deals. And they were just in their countries, subscribed for this project, and they got the keys of their properties. And some of them also who already have their properties handed over to them, they already have tenants in these properties already. Sorry that my slide is taking a bit of time to come up. I just hope it comes up pretty fast. So a lot of them have gotten tenants into their properties and they earn rental income. Some are using their properties for short let, which of course enables them or gives them the assets to earn more money in the Dubai real estate market. And one of the beautiful aspects also, which the real estate market in Dubai has coded some of our clients, is the opportunity to also get the highest form of visa in Dubai, which is the golden visa, which a good number of our clients have been able to get in the Dubai real estate market via their investment from 2 million dirhams and upward. Okay, so Edith, if you can hear me, you can help me share the slide. I don't know why this is not coming up on my hand, because I would really love to share the slide so that people can see what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So-
So just to add on, Mrs. Akintayo, what
Okay.
Mrs. Bissy, till the time you share the slide, in Dubai in particularly, let me share what are the few strategic things we have done. We have partnered with one of the key developers, one of the major names, and likes of Bengati, Heart of Europe. We deal with Sobha, we deal with Damak, we deal with Danube. We deal practically with all major developers, but one other thing, while you deal with the GTech suits, Dubai or Mrs. Akintayo, we bring a lot of credibility. We save our clients going in a wrong way. We give them a right kind of product. Even they want to buy one shot and an offline, there's a lot of flexibility in the repayment terms. You don't have all the money, you come with 10 to 15, 20%. So developers are acting as bankers in Dubai. So, and we do help for the golden visa and residency stuff for the clients and their families. So we have taken a new office in Amar Square, which is one of the best location here next to Burj Khalifa. So we are revamping our operations and we are looking to recruit new sales team. So these are some, and I'm fully confident, Mrs. Akintayo, uh, this year would be great year for Dubai market, along with your other works in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rana, for the additional inputs, even though I'm still trying to get this up. But thank you so much for adding that to the presentation. And yes, like I said, we've partnered with the top developers. Sometimes people would ask me, oh, why don't you, I want to buy from this developer. No, we are not registered with those developers. We want to ensure that we give you the best in the market. The major reason why, as an investor, you want to invest your money is to make more money. And that's why we ensure that it's the developers that deliver on their promise that we work with, so that we would ensure that you get value for your money in return. And that's why we also always appeal to our customers. If you know that in as much as some customers want like a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom, but their money could just do a studio apartment, we always try to talk to them, do what you can afford to ensure that your payment term is always, you don't miss your payment term, because missing it could lead to some penalties, which of course we have in Western world as well. Or if you don't make payment as well, you could also lose your property. But the good aspect is, even if you chose not to continue doing your property, you don't want to, you for any reason you can't meet up with payment anymore, as long as you've done 50% of your payment, you can sell your property and get your money back. So, which is also another good aspect of dealing in the Dubai real estate market. So I've paid 50% or 60% and stuck. I can't sell my property. I mean, I can't meet up with the payment plan. I can choose to sell that property at a higher rate to the next person who is interested in buying, which makes it really good. And that way you don't end up losing your money, which is also important. And basically, in the Dubai market, we have we've done based on our reports in the first quarter, we've been able to meet up a good number of our targets. In the first Q1, we're able to do over 50% of our targets, and we're glad that we're able to do that, because that also brings credibility to table for us. So there's so much we believe we'll still achieve in Q2 in the Dubai real estate market. It's a market that is quite big, quite large. There's so many people in that same industry. Everybody is trying to either sell to you, but we are not trying to sell. We are trying to ensure that we give you the best advice on where your money would grow, where your money can be invested in, because we are not after, in as much as we want to be profitable, but the profit is not what we put forward. What we put forward first is the happiness and the joy of our clients, to ensure that they are happy when the investment begins to ripen. So that's basically it for the Dubai real estate market. And we're open to work with more clients who want to ensure that they actually want to quadruple their money in the Dubai real estate market. And I would play a video. I think that video is the one popping up now. I'll play a video from one of our clients. But before then, Blessing, you can cover while I'm trying to, or tell me if you have the video from one of our clients who was a testament to one of our happy clients in the Dubai real estate market. If you have the video, so I don't take much time. I'm not much of a technical person, so pardon me. So you can play the video from your hand. Tell me if you have the video
Yeah,
of our
Jamio, you
client.
should have a lot of testimonials from our clients in Dubai, When we did handing over in Dubai, I was personally there, We had a
Yes,
lot of
he,
testimonies from
he
our
has,
clients in Dubai.
I believe he has the video,
Jamio,
so
find
you
those
can.
videos you can play around as we develop along the seminar.
I also want to, I think it's important to also add that because some of the fake news we've seen online had to do with people not understanding that in Dubai, and I'm repeating it, if you default on your payment, if you tell a developer, I want to buy a 2 bedroom, and then they tell you the 2 bedroom is $500,000, right? And they arrange a flexible payment plan for you. Typically, when you pay to $50,000, they will give you key, and at that point, even if you can't complete, you can resell. But if you only pay 10% or 20% and you default, you are told them I will pay the next installment in January, and you did not pay that January, you forfeit all your money. That's how most of them work. So it means that all that 20% you've paid is gone. And many of the clients sign those things because we have about, a few clients, I think maybe 5 of them, who had this issue with a developer called Tiger Developers in Dubai. And this happened 3 or 4 years ago, right? They defaulted on their payment. We even got 2 lawyers to try and help them get back their money. The developer said, hey, these people told us they were going to pay so time. They did not pay, and they signed. And so we, as their advisors, could not do anything because once you don't sign, that and those are most of developers are that way anyway. Those are the documents, and once you put pen to paper, the law is the law. The law is strong there. In Africa, sometimes you're able to manipulate the law. You cyberbully, like some people are trying to do. You use the police, you use all of that. You can't do that in Dubai. They are very strict. And so I want to add, for those of you investing in Dubai through us, make sure that you can pay your money. I think it's like that I was saying it earlier. Don't buy more than you can chew. If all your money can buy a studio, go for the studio. Don't say, no, I will do, because sometimes it looks tricky. They give you this flexible payment, right? So you say, no, I think I can do 2 bedroom. If you go for that 2 bedroom and you default, it's gone. Right? The same thing here in the US, and later I'm sure Farouk will tell you more about the US operations as well. But so please, it's very, very critical that you understand. I also want to add that the numbers Mr. Rana displayed were for just one subsidiary, which is GTES Land, right? So each subsidiary runs separately. They have their own accounts, they make their own money, they have their own reports, totally different from each other. So we don't take resources from Dubai customer, to US customer or to Nigerian customer. I think those things also affect perception of people, because there could be challenge in the Nigerian business and it doesn't affect the US business. There could be a challenge in Dubai business and it doesn't affect the Nigerian business. They are all running separately with separate management and leadership. Mr. Rana, you want to add?
Sir, thank you so much for bringing this point. I think this was so important to discuss because, as you mentioned, Dubai market, Mrs. Akintaya would vouch. I've been there for 22 years in Dubai. You can agree a contract. You have to honor your installments. They're gonna give you maybe a few days, a leeway or freedom if you are late genuinely, but no developer in Dubai or elsewhere, even back home in Pakistan or in Europe or US, it's not Africa. I think this is one of the reasons we're facing challenge in Nigeria. I have more than 2 billion in receivables. Lots of clients, they have never paid the money, still overdue. And we are uh, discussing internally to come up with a policy. The people who really cannot pay their money on time, we're gonna refund their money as per the terms and condition We can sell the land to a customer who can repay. This is one of the challenge. I think this is African culture. And tomorrow we give you best advice to buy a property in Dubai. We give you the best developer, best payment plan. It's your fundamental duty to honor those commitments. Tomorrow, don't blame because we bought the property from GTEX suits or GTEX. So, and we could not pay the money, and tomorrow you blame us. So this is very key, and we explain to our all clients openly when they come into any before they buy any property. Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, Mr. Rana and Dr. Stephen, for that addition. And that's why we always work through we always work with our client basically on this, which is to avoid issues like this in future. And remember, one of the things you need to understand when it comes to the Dubai real estate market, not a dime of the property money you're paying comes to our account. We have never and will never give you our account details to make payments to, and we've never done that since we've been operating. We give you the developer's account details, and even the money Dr. Stephen was talking about in terms of those clients. I remember those money was paid to the person who was actually that's more like the individual who was working with the company, but not a dime of that money came into our bank account. And we've been cleared on that case already. So not a dime of that money or any money you want to pay into the Dubai property comes to our account. We have clients who would let you know that as never ever, or will tell you that we've never asked them to pay into our account when it comes to buying a property in Dubai. You pay directly. We always encourage people to pay directly to the developers. But sometimes some Nigerians will say, you know what, I don't have dirhams, I don't have dollars, I have naira. So it is between you and the exchanger. So whatever happens between you and the exchanger stays between you and the exchanger. You can meet an exchanger to help you change your money to dirhams if you want, and the developer gets the money into their account. The major thing is that the money gets into the developer's account. So we need to also let you know this as well. So when you're paying, we give you an escrow account. And one of the things that you also need to know about Dubai is that when you're paying for a property, as long as you don't default, there's something called an escrow account. That account is where you are advised to pay your money into. So if you are not provided with an escrow account to pay for your property, you should also ask, because in the details of the account details, you'll see what we have called escrow. Escrow account is such that the government actually helps you to regulate, helps developer to ensure that they regulate that what they are committed to building is being built. So if they promise that they're going to do a project, the money goes into that account, and depending on the milestone the developer is taking, they continue to release the money to them gradually. So if you have finished your foundation level and you've told them that, okay, you've had an agreement that after the foundation, this is the next phase for the next 3 months or 6 months, they release the next amount of money to you. That way you'll be able to, of course, see different, and we also always send report to our clients, even from the developers, they send it to clients directly as well, based on the milestone they are achieving in terms of the projects they are developing for clients in Dubai. So Jami, you have the video. Kindly check your DM. I don't know why it's not opening on my hand. Please quickly share the video of one of our happy clients. Check your DM and you see the video. Help me share it because it's not opening on my hand on the laptop. So quickly help us stream that while we bring up the next MD shortly. Jami, I hope you heard what I just said. Jami, did you get that? So, okay, I'm sure okay, I can see that you've checked my message. So quickly stream the video. So the video is it's not going to be, she doesn't want to show her face. So we had to cover up her face. Some clients decide to remain anonymous. She was just signing her papers. We handed over our property to her in the month of February, and she had a tenant take the property in the month of February as well. She's one of the clients who recently got their properties in the first quarter of 2025, and also would also be having some clients also in this second quarter handed over to their projects. And I need you to also understand when some of these clients that will be getting their properties in the month of in the second quarter, some of them invested 2 years ago, and when they did their investment, they invested in this project when it was 400,000 dirhams for the property they bought. Now the property, now that it will be handed over to them, is now valued at over 700,000 dirhams. That's over 300,000 dirhams capital appreciation, almost 100% capital appreciation in a space of about 2 years, 2 years plus that they paid for the property. We have another one that will be handed over in the third quarter rather of 2025. They already have more than 100% capital appreciation on their property. When they bought as well, it was around that 400,000 dirhams, and now their property is valued at 1 million dirhams. Now 400,000 dirhams is that's about $150,000. Now property is valued at over like times 2 of that. So almost about $400,000. So that's why investing in the Dubai real estate market for me is one of the things I tell people: if you have the money, if you don't have the money, don't invest in Dubai real estate market. But if you have the money, yes, invest in Dubai real estate market. No dollar inflation, so you'll be sure of your money is good there. Security for me is always top notch. One of the safest country in the world, which is why I love Dubai so much. Of course, you get advantage of getting either an investor visa or you get a golden visa, depending on what your investment portfolio is like. And apart from that, also, it's a tax-free economy, so you're not paying tax on any property you own. You can transfer your property to any member of your family as well. There are a whole lot of benefit that comes with your investment in the Dubai real estate market. And looking at the fact that the economy is stable, currently we have a projection by Sheikh Mohammed that Dubai actually is going to quadruple its size in the next 10 years. So it gives us about 9 years now. And that means that when an economy is growing, you can't take real estate away from it. It means the real estate market will continue to boom, and your money means your money will boom. And that's why what we do in the Dubai real estate market, we don't sell property. Rather, we help your money to add value. We help your money to quadruple its current ROI. We help you to increase the value of your money, basically, in the Dubai real estate market. So, Jamie, please, whenever you're ready, please let me know that you're ready for us. Thank you.
The chairman of GTEX Holdings, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and the CEO of GTEX Suites Dubai, Mrs. Bisi Akintayo, who presents the key of elegance by Dani to you, and this is everything that it comes with. Thank you so much for believing in GTEX Suites Dubai.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome.
Thank you.
Please, we would like you to say something to give us a review also.
Okay, I just want to say thank you for the pleasant customer service. and we're so happy to be one of your clients, and we wish to do more business with you from our company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamil. So that's just one amongst many happy clients that we have in GTech Suites Dubai. And we had to share that video with you so that you could see. We have clients who have bought 3 properties, 4 properties, 5 properties, just a client buying that number of properties from us. Why? Because they are happy. And I also need to say something as well. Based on the issue that was going on social media, I remember one of those clients who was affected, who understood rather how the Dubai real estate market works. Despite the fact that he knew that it wasn't our fault, he still came back and bought a property from us in Dubai. And that's to tell us that they understand how the system works. So it's not that you now lose your money after we've either reached out to you on payment or something and on meeting up with your own payment plan, and you now begin to throw balls and feel that we took your money. We don't take anybody's money in the Dubai real estate market. It is between you and the developer or you and the exchanger. So please, we're letting you know. You can chat me or chat any of our team today. I'll be giving you our numbers. You can reach out to us. But the truth remains that even when you chat us and you're interested in buying properties, no money or none of my staff will send you our account details to receive money. It's always the developer's account details when we have finalized the discussion. So thank you so much, Dr. Stephen, for having me here. Thank you, Mr. Rana Ijas, and thank you all the MDs. Thank you also our host as well. In case people have questions, I'm ready to take any question. Our website is gtechsuitedubai.com, and our email address is info@gtechsuites.com. So if you have any inquiries, you have questions, if we can't take everything on the call today, you can reach out to us via info@gtechsuites.com. info@gtechsuites.com. So you can reach out to us on that email. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a wonderful presentation. And you guys must agree with me that that video was just the highlight of it for me. Yes, you can see that the client didn't want to show her face, but however, you saw the signing, you saw the process and all. So right about now, we are calling up the next MD. I'm going to say that again. Want to reach out, if you have questions, please do well to send an email to any of our representatives for the GTech suite, or you reach out directly to Madam Bisi Akintayo, or better still, send an email to info@gtechsuites.com. Thank you so much once again. All right, right about now, we're gonna calling up the MD GTech's Land. MD GTech's Land. Of course, you know, GTech's Land is the subsidiary that, that houses all our landing projects all across the globe. However, the MD I'll be calling up is Mr. Sholabade Adioye, who will be coming up to give us his own first quarter presentation for GTech's Land. Please, a round of applause as he comes on board. Thank you. Please, IT, can you put him on the spotlight? Welcome, Mr. Shola.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you very much. I can hear you. Thank you, man. Bless you. Thank you very much. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. All right, thank you very much. I want to say a big thank you to Dr. Stephen for this opportunity. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Rana. I want to say thank you to every of our out there. Wherever you're joining us from, I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much. Without you, right? And the last first quarter, I've done all, done everything possible to, to serve you. We are here to always to serve you. Your interest is always in our art from GTech's Land. My name is Adeo Sholagade. I'm the managing director of GTech's Land. Also, I'm here to give Q1 report. And in the last first quarter,
We can't see your face well. Can you adjust your camera and then at some point
sorry.
to be freezing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay, I hope it's cool now. All right, so in the last first quarter, and we were able to do a lot of things. Talking about every of our estates, we'll be able to put new faces to some of our estates. I will be sharing my slides now. Prepare me to do that. I don't know if I can. Okay, sorry. All right. So. Okay, it's loading. Okay, so I hope you can see my slide. Mr. Manablesi, can you confirm that?
I see your slide. Well, I can't see your face. Your network is it's breaking at some point. I don't know. But we can see your slide. I can't see your slide anymore. I don't know if I'm the only one.
All right. So let's learn. Our goal is to own 200 estate with over. Well, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can see. Thank you. I can see you.
I need to share again. Please stop all the screenshots you want to. Okay. Okay, how about now? Can I see my slide?
Yes, sir, I can see your slide. Yeah, I can see your slide now.
All right, thank you very much. All right, good. Thank you very much. Our goal is to own 200 estates over with over 2,000 of the world.
We can't hear you, Mr. Shola. I don't know. Sorry to interrupt. You have a poor network.
Okay, all right.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you clearly, Mr. Can
hear you clearly. Breaking, Mr. Shola. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Yeah, no better, please. Yeah.
Can you hear me now, please?
Yes, we can hear you now. But however, the network is breaking at some point. So.
Okay, how about now, sir?
Hear you now. We can hear you now. Please proceed.
Okay, so if you can hear me now, I'll move on. So our vision is to. Okay. So our vision is to.
Okay, all right. So my apologies for that. However, we'll just proceed to call the next person. So we'll just ask Mr. Shola to stand down while we call up the next MD. In the person of Mr. Farouk Usman. Mr. Farouk Usman, who is the MD of GTEX Homes, to discuss about the ongoing project in Nigeria and in US. All right, you know, GTEX Homes is the subsidiary that house all our housing projects across the globe. So let's give a round of applause for Mr. Farouk Usman as he comes on board. Please, IT, can you put him on the spotlight? Please drop your emojis as Mr. Farouk comes on board. Mr. Farouk, are you with us?
Yes, I'm not going to speak until I say enough ovation. I don't like the energy here. You know, right? This is a Q1 meeting, and yes, we should clap for me now. I'm holding GTEX Homes, which is all about GTEX subsidiary here in GTEX Homes. All right, fantastic. So my name is Farouk Usman. I'm the MD of GTEX Homes, and our goal is to deliver 225,000 homes within now and 2035. And I'm going to be sharing the slide. You can see?
Okay.
Fantastic.
All
Can you
right.
see it now? Okay. So I'm just going to be a little bit of brief into when I took up this position. About 18 months ago, I took over GTEx Homes as a new portfolio. And the greatest challenge I saw was the fact that we needed to deliver houses. Yes, we had some clients who had subscribed, but unlike what they do in Dubai, they actually took us for granted. So what do I mean? In Dubai, if you default in your housing is gone. But because we're in the Nigerian landscape, people believe that you can beg your way, you can say, please, this, that. So I had the greatest challenge. How do I deliver houses when people are not keeping up with their payments? Particularly the fact that we give people, let's say, 1 year, 2 year, and after 3 years, they refuse to pay, or maybe due to economical changes. While the client who bought a house in Dubai, she paid a deposit and then she lost her house and could not keep up with her Nigerian payments. And that was also a challenge because when we were deliver on the house, we are unable to pay back. So what I did and what my team did was to go back to our client and have a conversation. We need to deliver your houses to you, right? You bought a 2-bedroom. Why don't we upgrade to a 4-bedroom for you? What does that do? Number one, yes, you are paying more.
Mr. Farouk, if you can adjust your volume, please. You need to be more louder, please.
Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. Like I said, my greatest challenge taking up this portfolio was to finish up the houses of clients, particularly those that defaulted with payments. And I'm picking up when Mrs. BC said, in Dubai, you miss a payment, you default, your housing is gone, your payment is gone. But I had a couple of clients that had those kind of issues. But again, because we're dealing with a Nigerian company, which we were perceived as, which we are now a global company, we believe that we can negotiate, talk, beg our way into ensuring the payment remains. So what we did as a solution was to give clients an option to upgrade. So you bought a 2-bedroom. Perhaps when you bought the house about 5 years ago, we're selling for 27 million, 30 million. Why don't you get a 4-bedroom? What does that do for you? Number one, you are getting higher capital appreciation. Number two, you are getting rental income. And some of our clients actually bought into that project. And today we have what we call Jasper Gardenia. So the first quarter, we have laid a lot of groundwork into infrastructure, branding, and in sales. We did a lot in Jasper Gardenia. We had initiatives like Rose Rest campaign. For those that saw it, we named the street after Dr. Cosmos Maduka, just for a stronger brand visibility and of course to associate with someone that deals with excellence and integrity. So this report captures our performance challenges and a revised pathway forward. Some of our key milestones were we had a 225-meter internal road we are building now in Jasper, Virginia. For those of our clients that bought into our Ibejileki project, our Abuja project, congratulations. Now infrastructure has started, and within the estate, we are 50% completed in our infrastructural development. Next, we had a 400-meter road that we named after Dr. Cosmos Maduka. For those that have been to our housing in Jasper, Virginia, coming in, we had done a 400-meter interlocking road. But down the end of the street was another 400-meter, which actually completed in this first quarter. And then we dedicated this after Dr. Cosmos Maduka. We had our entrance facade also fully completed. We installed street banners, fencing, flower pots, paving, street lights, naming of Dr. Cosmos Maduka, pre-launch of Jasper Phase 2, all over the first quarter. But as I introduced to you, I want to also discover and discuss some of what we're doing in GTEx. I believe some of our clients have a misconception of how we develop and how we sell our land. I remember when we started selling Jasper 2018, and then we called it land banking. Typically, for those of you that follow Dr. Stephen, you've been into education of real estate, you understand that land banking takes between 3 to 10 years. And land banking for some of our clients is that they are putting money in the ground. And for some of our estates, they are still in the land banking phase. After land banking, we move into site preparation. Now, during the land banking, we actually develop some of the land. So what do? We fence the land, we put in the gates, we do road, we pay security. This is what we use your development levy for. So if you have bought into our estate into land banking and you have not paid your development levy, it will be difficult for us to protect your land. And what we're also saying is that in this next 10 years or 5 years or 3 years, like I'm saying for the most extreme, for those of us in Jasper now, we know it took about 3 to 5 years to move from land banking into building development. For Beru, that they are doing a road network in front, it's a 3-year to a 7-year. For Landa in Abeokuta, it's a 3 years to 5 years. Land in Kurudu is a 1 year to 3 years. All over we have the globe. So they have different phases to land banking and then site preparation. And then the phase we are now that GTEx wants to come into is the building and construction. But you cannot build an estate that the surrounding is not fully habitable, right? And that's why Jasper Gardenia has been influenced by the Dangote refinery, the Dangote seaport, the Lekki Deep Seaport as well, the Free Trade Zone, and that is why we are fully immersed in Jasper Gardenia as our flagship project for GTEx Homes. This just discussed why we focus on Dr. Cosmos Maruka and why we launched a street after him. And these are some of the pictures we had from our launch. As you can see, the drive into Jasper Gardenia is named after Dr. Cosmos Maruka. This was the event we had our chairman, who was gracious enough to attend my event. These are some of our key management also in attendance with some of his friends and his network as well. This is also talking about the process. And of course, on that day, we had handover of the unit to Mrs. Anne Amadi, who was one of our clients that bought into our 4-bedroom terrace duplex. In fact, we had actually sold a 2-bedroom to her, and due to economic changes, we had a conversation. This is the new price. Why don't you upgrade to a 4-bedroom for you? And this was the handover process we had with her. As you can see, she's a proud owner, and these are documents that were sent to her, given to her also with the company seal as well as the federal government legal seal on it as well. These are some of the people that graced the occasion. We had the upper of, we call it Lekki of Lekki Town, who was also in attendance. We have Dr. Stephen as well. We have Dr. Cosmos. We actually have a celebrity here, Adai as well, who is a gospel artist, was also in attendance in this handover process. And prior to that, we have actually given out some of these units on rent. We have one of our clients as well, Mrs. Toyin Banjo. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We actually lease our units out to someone at the moment. It's currently being rented for 10 million naira every year. So she's getting 10 million naira rental income for that unit that we've already developed and handed over to her. And our clients as well will also be looking to get rental income on the same unit and as well as the same amount of rental income. This is the layout of Jasper. And as we do in GTEx, some of our acquisition are in different phases. So the first phase was a 10-acre property where we are building, we are sold to clients, and then we acquired another 3.5 acres behind as well. And then in front, we have the phase 2 and the phase 3, where we acquired another 6.5, another 5.5, making a total of over 35 acres to build Jasper Estate. So the phase 1 is in development stage. The phase 2 is going to be launched later this month, and then we have phase 3 for commercial. The beautiful thing about this estate is that there's a golf course or a golf range we are named after Dr. Cosmos as well, which is actually where my arrow is showing at this moment. So some of our assets like Jasper Lagos, Jasper Abuja, there are different phases of development, and that's why we encourage our clients to pay their infrastructure fee so we can move according to pace, so they can move into the estate and start getting rental income. My job as the MD of GTEx Homes is to build houses. So the more people complete their payment for houses, the faster I develop these houses, because what we practice is what we call off-plan sale. What off-plan sale does for you is that, number one, you are buying at a lower rate. Number two, you are paying as you develop. And number three, by the time the project is completed, the current capital appreciation has gone up. Some of my clients bought 4-bedroom for 80 million now. Now that 80 million, that 4-bedroom is going for 175 million. That is over 200% capital appreciation on that property as well. These are some of the amenities we are building in our estates: green estate, smart estate, gym, sewage system. The green focuses on renewable energy, while the smart focuses on green and smart homes. These are some of the pictures of what we have in Jasper Gardenia and Lekki, and also in Abuja, to show that work has been going on. This is actually my baby, the table tennis table where I play when I work. And we also use this as our office as well for development as well. So what are we building? For those interested in a housing, these are 4-bedroom terrace duplexes, our 5-bedroom terrace duplexes in Lagos. Also in Abuja, we have 4-bedroom detached duplexes, our 5-bedroom detached duplexes, which are also building in Lagos and in Abuja as well. Currently, we're running an anniversary offer where we're giving out a 5% discount. So rather than 170 million on a 4-bedroom terrace duplex, which you only have 1 unit available, you can pay 161.5 and paying 18 months. If you are buying a 5-bedroom, you are paying 175.75 and you are spreading in 18 months with a down payment of 25 million naira. In Abuja as well, instead of 200 million, we're selling for 190. Instead of 250, we're selling for 209. If you are buying a 4-bedroom and a 5-bedroom, right? What is in Lagos, we're willing to do business with you as well. But let's move into Q2, right? Q1 was just a child's play to what we're doing in Q2. For our Q2, we're finishing our road completion. We're having a Jasper Phase 2 road layout done, and GTEx now allocates those that. But in Abuja and in Lagos, we're building 4-bedroom triplexes, 5-bedroom triplexes in Lagos and in Abuja. Our goal in the second quarter is to start construction of 50 units in the second quarter. Approval and permits takes a lot in Nigeria, but we're able to quicken this process to ensure that we have built and secure our permits for the next 155 units we are building all across 2 different estates. Infrastructure as well, flowers, groundwork for our shooting range, apartment building is part of the key milestones we are looking for in the second quarter. So this is what we're using the infrastructural fields for, and for those that are buying into housing, this is what we are building. We're looking to develop and also hand over some units in the 3rd quarter of the year, and some of these key milestones will also be very beneficial to us. But enough with Nigeria, right? We're now a global company. We're no longer in Nigeria alone. We're just local champions here. But we're moving into the US, and some people don't know that in the past 3 to 5 years, we've done a lot of groundwork into the US. Part of it is this partnership product we've done in the US, where we actually bought and renovated a 20-unit townhouse in Valdosta, Georgia. We call it Shalom Parks in Valdosta. Here we have 20 units for sale, which of course at the moment is fully occupied with rental income. And rental income in the US is typically between 6% to 8%. And now people are getting as high as 8% rental income per annum. These 20 units, each of them are 3-bed with 2.5 baths with a car garage, 100% occupied, like I said. And then it's located between 3400 to 3418 Barack Obama Boulevard, Valdosta, Georgia. And this location has a wonderful school, a naval base in this same location. And they are actually fully furnished, which means whenever you get this unit, you're just going to list it out, and then we can help you even arrange this rental income to the central. And there's something Dr. Steve also says. He says every time, diversify. So you bought into Nigeria, you bought into Dubai, you want to invest into another emerging economy, which is the US. And this is a part of the flagship project what we have done in the past 3 years that is currently available. Like I said, this is it. It's costing 250K if you are buying a 4-bedroom, a 3-bedroom in the middle, and you are buying the end unit, it's selling for 275K. But this is the past. Now we are moving into the future. What is GTEx doing in the US? What are we doing in the US? Well, we now have a $200 million project. Now, we're not saying it's going to cost us $200 million, right, for everything. But we are saying in the long run, the value of this project is estimated to $200 million. So for our investors in the US, this is what you're investing in. And I'm actually proud to say that we are one of the first developers. In fact, we are the first in Nigeria to sell land in retail in the US. And I'm talking about one of our projects called Jasper Brookshire Estate. As you can see, what you can see here is a survey. It's a 99-acre property. And for me, this is going to change the whole company going forward. Because having a property of this size, of this magnitude in the US, it tells something that GTEx Homes is not just only local. It's not just impacting lives of Nigerians, but it's also creating ways for Nigerians to have wealth in the US. I have a few clients that have actually bought into this project, and now it has even helped them with securing their movement to the US. We're not saying you buy this project, you can move to the US, but buying this project can also help with your application. I think it was applying for an EB2 visa, and there's something to show credibility as a real estate company. So for this, what did we do? We got a 99-acre property to sell in retail, and also partner with other developers here in Nigeria. You want to expand in the US, you don't know how to. You don't know how to acquire property. You can partner with us, get 3 acres, 4 acres, 5 acres. What can we do for you? We can get it funded. Because the US market is even better in terms of financial than what we have in Nigeria, you can get institutional investors to invest in your project. You can build, right? You're a resident of America, you can get 5%, 6%, single digits. You're coming from outside as a business, you can get 9%, 10%, 11%, 12% to develop your property. So here we are actually selling retail to people to buy in acres and in plots. It's also a green estate, it's an eco-friendly estate. The beautiful thing about this, as you can see here, is we are putting a golf course in the middle. Why are we even doing that? Number one, because Stephen talks about created environments. Created environment in this not only increases the value of this estate, also increase the value of your own individual plots. So your lot is either facing the golf course or facing the river, right? In Jasper condition. We're also building single family homes, townhouses, condominium apartments. And like I said, if you're going to go back to where we are in terms of stages, this property is currently in the land banking phase. And the smart thing we're able to do to ensure that you don't have to pay tax in the next 2 years is to put it under an agricultural exemption. So that at this moment you have a ranch, it keeps generating income for agriculture, and because of that, it's still in land banking, you're actually able to avoid paying tax for the next 2 years. Yes, the little tax that is over GTS covers it, but buying into this part of the smart key innovations for people to understand. I tell people, if you don't understand the business, so many things will look like a mystery to you. And for us that understand the business of real estate, we understand why it is important to protect your investments. So you're not buying a land in the US and you're worried about tax, right? For the next 2 years, there's agricultural exemption in this property. This just shows a lot of things we're actually doing. We're building a school, we're building a mall, we're building a shopping complex, a golf course. This is the master plan for this development. Typically, this is going to be on for the next 7 to 10 years for full completion because we're developing in different phases. The first phase is putting the golf course. Second phase is start with commercial. Third phase is start with residential. Starting with the single family homes, the terraces, and then we're moving to apartments. So these projects can go on for a while. But if you understand the process, you can understand what you're willing to do. But if you're buying your plots, there's nothing stopping you from developing. You can build a mansion, you can build a 3-bedroom, you can build a 4-bedroom, you can build 3 units, 4 units, depending on what you want to do. So that's the first we have in this project. The second project is actually what we are starting immediately. And I'm actually excited about this. We call it Beirut Tidwell Court. It's a project where we are building 24 units of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom. This project is just 12 minutes from downtown Houston and 15 minutes from Bush International Airport. For those of you that are lovers of sports, you should know that downtown Houston is actually hosting 8 different World Cup matches, right? 8 different World Cup matches in 2026, which means that this project is going to be close to different stadiums. We're starting this project in the late second quarter, where we are actually building 24 units. We have all permits done. I'm sure there was even talk about tomorrow where we are talking about signing and closing on this property. Here we are moving straight to work. 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom. However, the bad news I have for you people is that you cannot buy this unit directly. The good news I have is that you can invest in this project and get returns over 18 months for the next 3 years and 5 years. But for those of you that have invested with us, this is what your money goes into in the US. This just shows us a little bit of what we want to do. A little bit of what we want to do. The final thing we actually want to show you now is our office complex. This is actually our office residence. And for here, we're having our office. Not only that, we're also building a 5-story office complex as well, which is also going to be developed in the next few years. But again, these are investment projects you can invest with us. But if you want to be part of our US projects, you can either buying our land from us, or you are buying the land we're having in Brookshire. We are launching this estate at 300,000 per acre. But because you are in this webinar, we are willing to do so much for you. But these are part of what we have in the US in terms of what we are doing. Our office complex is at 518 West Spring Boulevard in Katy, Texas. 77450 is our zip code. You can reach out to us on info@gtexhomesusa.com. But as we wrap up, right, this is my phone number. If you want to reach out to me for every customer service, I'm willing to reach out and answer to you at your beck and call. For those of you outside Nigeria and within Nigeria, it's also in WhatsApp, and you can call directly on +234 701 408 7669. You can send an email to me directly to md@gtexhomes.com. You can also reach out to our customer service at info@gtexhomes.com. But there's something we entities understand is that we are number one customer service. So if you want to talk to a customer care agent in GTech Zones, you can reach out to me. I'm your number one customer service because my job as the MD of GTech Zones is to deliver value to you. How do you buy a house from me? And all I do is to ensure that number one, you get your house. Number two, you get rental income in your housing. That is my job. The only thing I'm employed to. And I'm building 25,000 of those houses between now and 2025. And I need you to be a part of this. Our website is at gtexhomes.com. Our office here in Ikoyi is at Joe Faraday Street, Ikoyi, Lagos. You have to book an appointment to come to our office, our head office. But you can walk into any of our construction office in Jasper Gardenia, in Lagos, in Abuja. We have an office resident. You can meet me any time of the day. I'm there during the week, and during the weekend, we have people already on ground for that. So as we conclude, GTech Homes has laid a robust infrastructural and branding foundation for future growth. Strategic hiring, digital tools, and construction will progress in Q2 and also reposition us for exponential success. With a clear execution and oversight, we are poised to meet and exceed our Q2 goals. Thank you so much for having me today, and then we look forward to doing more business.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Faruk.
I don't know if Mr. Rana wants to add, but I want to add about the housing, because sometimes we get a bit of pushback on our housing. I've gotten feedback where people say, "Oh, we haven't built enough houses. How many estates do we have that is fully built?" We've heard all manner of stories. So in addressing that, we need to understand that the model GTEx use is called land banking. And in land banking, it's the same way they built Banana Island. Banana Island started 1978, okay? Because it was the marshy part of Ikoyi. Nobody was living there. It was all marshy. So when they came up with the idea, they needed to sand fill the place and do road. But they were not building house for anybody. You buy your land, then you build your house by yourself. And houses did not start. I live in Banana whenever I'm in Nigeria, but I'm based here in the US. But when I go to Nigeria, I'm always living in Banana. Our office in Ikoyi too is in Banana Island, in Ikoyi. So I could tell you categorically that housing only started coming up in Banana Island in the 2000s, because that's when most of those who bought land were now willing to start building the land. There was a lot of pressure already. Most of the houses in Ikoyi were aging. People wanted new houses, and more people started. Okay, I remember I bought maybe 1,000 square meter in Banana Island. Let me go and build it, and I moved there. And that's when people then moved in. And that's the same model GTES does, where we buy land and then we sell half of it. We try to see how can we fence it. Sometimes we don't even start any work if we don't have development levy paid, because the money you are paying is for land. Then when we have enough people who are paid for development levies, their money we then use to fence the place. Because I see people say, "Oh, I bought the land, they've not done anything." Well, it is your development levy that we use to build the place, to do the fence, to do all of that. And it's not just one person development levy that we do all. Right? Some of these lands are 50 acres, 100 acres. However, over time, there are some that now become very mature for housing. So right now, for example, the two that we have that is most mature for housing is Jasper Ibejuleki, okay, and even Beryl. Beryl, not much, because Beryl is waterlogged. So we need more money in development. It's mature, but we need more money. We even lost 5 acres in Beryl to the coastal road. So now we're facing the coastal road. Once they did the coastal road, the value of that Beryl more than quadruple. Right now, land there has moved to between 30 to 40 million. And some people when it was 1.5, some people when it was 3 million, 4 million. So if you are saying, hey, you need to pay 12.5. It's not our fault. Sand used to be 30,000 per ton when we started burial. Right now, it's between 120,000 to 200,000 per trip. I mean, I said per ton, but per trip. Iron rod used to be less than 600,000. Now it's 1.1, 1.2. And these are things we need to fill, do fence, do things in that estate. Jasper Bejuleke, on the other hand, is a dry land. Hence why you've seen us made more progress there. We've done road. We named a whole road after Dr. Cosmos, and we is already fully fenced, and even our staff live there as we speak. And some of the tenants, those who got house, we still look during the day we name after Dr. Cosmos. One of our clients also got a housing unit. We have another client who is even on this webinar who already got tenancy for the unit. I think the client paid 8 million for that. She wasn't happy that it was low. She wanted to charge more now for the rent. So I'm sure once the 1 year rent is due, she wants to increase the rent. Because she opened up to me that she wanted to charge more than 8 million per annum as the rent. But you can ask some of those clients, and Farouk needs to let me know who of his client is here to share, because I want them to talk. Because the way the enemy works is to make you feel everybody is angry with you. And that's the way bullying works. That's the way social media bullying, right? You exaggerate a company that has more than 3,000 customers, right? Let's even say it was 100 that you were able to bring. That is still not even 10% of the customers they have. And many of those concerns are customer care concerns that we are going to hopefully address some. But why we're also giving everybody's email, the MDs, is so that they can address as time goes on. Of course, each of them still have their customer service. But if you say you couldn't access customer service, oh yeah, the MD himself don't give you a number, give you his email. You can mail directly and say, hey, I have concern on this. Oh, I have question on this. Okay, so in Jasper, for example, we're not going to use our money to build a house and then we're waiting for who will buy it. That's not the model. Even for our own portion that we're building houses, the model is that you pay us, then we build. Okay, after you pay us, we build. Now, we had a crisis in Nigeria in the housing market. And you give me any real estate company that is doing housing, and I will tell you the crisis they have when it comes to housing. It was that the prices of building materials more than triple, sometimes quadruple. So you've agreed with a customer. We even had 11 customers then who we had agreed, okay, 3 bedroom, you pay 30 million. 4 bedroom, you pay, 40 million or something. Before you know it, we needed 3 times the amount. We had to reach out to everybody and say, well, you need to add more money for us to finish your house. And remember, many of them, we gave them 2 years to pay, 3 years to pay. Okay, so it wasn't as if they even dropped the money at bulk. Even if they had dropped the money at bulk, you still need like 6 months to build. And within that 6 months, there was spike. But most of them didn't even give us money at bulk. So what then happened is at the end of the day, we told them, well, if you can't pay, we will refund you, but give us opportunity to refund you in installment. The same thing we're having to do with land too now, which is to say, if you can't pay development levy so that we have resources to quickly sanfill where we need to sanfill, do fence so people don't grab the land. The Berry, for example, the last meeting of Lagos State government, they said, look, any land that you don't develop, Lagos State government is going to take it. They made it clear. You all know what's going on with Coastal Road. This is not a GTEx thing. It's all over. Every week we're having diasporas complain who built houses in Coastal Road. We know these things. So when some people gang up, I want to create some things. I don't know what to say to you. And we're saying that, thank God, we are the only company along that Coastal Road. Go and do your research. Who decided to say the land government took from us for Coastal Road, we will bear it. None of our customers will feel the effect of the land loss. Go and ask any other developer whether they didn't just write the customer and say, well, we are sorry, Lagos State government decided or the federal government decided to do coastal road, your land is gone. Right? Go and do your research online. You see that government took the land. There's nothing we can do. That's what virtually every other developer that has land along coastal road. Go do your research. Google it. Google it. Okay? Only GTEx integrity. Say, we will bear the loss and make sure every customer still get land. Because thank God we have more land at the back. And it's just that the front part, they now did road. Fine. Even increase the value of the land. But can you now pay development levy? So that with that money, we can sanfill. Because part of what happens is that they raise the road level to a very high height. To sanfill now, we need to be thinking 6 feet sanfilling for that real estate. 6 feet or more. So where will the money come from? We've already lost over 350 million to 500 million because you remember we had sanfill already. Those of you know Berry, we did fence, we did sanfilling. We even did interlocking. That place used to be refuse dump. All that was cut away. So we have to start work all over again. So if you don't pay, and then you want to pay the development levy when we launched it 2019, when the sand is no longer the same price, iron rung is no longer the same price, who will bear that cost? At least, if not for greed, you should be happy that it's either a case of, well, it's a risk I'm taking. The value of the land has gone up. So let me pay the extra development levy. Or, no, I don't trust these people. I don't trust Lagos State government or federal government. I want my money back. We said we will refund. And we have been refunding. By the way, Abbas, can you follow up whether we have the list of the refunds that have been done so far so that people can see it? I don't, you can blur some people's name, but let them see it. Because what we want to do today, enough of just people just coming, cho. Talk is easy. Action is difficult. Right? Action is difficult. Anybody can say anything. Anybody can make any accusation. Okay, but where are the facts and the evidence? Where? So please, some of the people who were now forming group, are you aware? We will show you just that it's just not, that's the painful thing. Legally, we cannot do certain things. It's like somebody hold you like this. Okay? It's not professional for us, for example, to show you people's full name and say, we pay this person. But I think people are getting to our throats. Right? Professionally, it doesn't make sense for us to say, this person paid us this amount, right? We've refunded this. Please, can somebody comment? Let me know. Is it professionally right? But we are getting to a point where we are being pushed to the wall. To say, you went to be saying things online, but this was what you got. Somebody went online and defame. When he got his refund, has he gone back to delete what he posted online? Has he gone back to tell everybody and say, hey guys, I wanted my money back from GTEx. They've paid me back. Thank you all. He didn't. That is defamation. It's against the law. It's against the law. It's against the law.
Thank you so much, Chairman, for the contribution, and I completely support what you said. We as a business, we have taken a lot of hit of late in Nigeria due to inflation. Currency has been in free fall practically over the last 2 years. As a developer, we have never gone back from our commitment on any of single projects. What only, as Chairman mentioned, we requested few of our customers on a fair basis, and that wasn't enough, Mr. Farooq. I think we should have asked more money. By the time the first installment came on the extra amount, the prices has almost tripled since then. So we need cash to build those houses and build that infrastructure. At the same time, we don't care of the undue criticism. We got the thick skin. We are a business running for 17 years, run by a professional team. But we reserve the right to comment on any unfair comments, hateful comments, and we might go and sue legally for defamation some of the totally rubbish comments. I was sorry to use the word. So that is something our legal team internally is working with our external lawyers. So what I would request all my clients, if you have complaints, you have issues, right from myself as a group CEO, all my management team, all the MDs are there at your disposal. We are very happy to serve you. Any issues in a business, there are always issues. We are in the real estate business. There are always, it's not a business done overnight. We can't deliver. I have seen globally. Take, for example, the market of Dubai. You delay your one payment, Mrs. Akintayo, she leaves GTEX to Dubai, and next day they're going to send you a letter. You don't have any right with us, and you whatever payments gone, they are gone. Here we stand. I have a more than 2 billion receivable in the market, and still we have been very patient. And but one thing we have decided internally, the people which are supposed to pay their money, Farouk, please pull up all the list of clients which are overdue, and we're gonna discuss internally, give them a chance to pay us back or send them legal notices and refund their money and sell the land. There are a lot of customers they want to buy in Jasper. You know, there's no more land available in your phase one. So, we hear that. Yeah,
Sorry,
we.
sorry, Mr. Rana.
Mr.
Who
Rana,
is that? Who is that?
we have a
Sorry.
client in Jasper,
Okay, okay.
Bejuleki. She wants to share a testimony.
Please, ma'am.
Good,
Please, ma'am.
yeah.
Welcome, ma'am. Yeah.
Good
Go ahead.
afternoon, everyone. My name is Oluwatoyin Banjo, and I'm one of the person who got Jasper property. Yes, initially it was tough, and honestly, I can understand the reason why that was because of the economy. We know the way things are. For anybody who is building, you can start a project, you plan that you want to spend 200 million, for example. But by the time you will finish it in the Nigeria of today, you will end up maybe spending much more over. And I think that was the case that we had. But eventually, because we wanted a 2-bedroom, but because of the market and everything, we had to then upgrade, even though I got upset initially. Um, to be quite honest, I have followed Dr. Akintayo from, if not over 7, 8 years now. And I am one person that I don't believe in what people say, because if you don't know the person, I don't think you have a reason to talk about the person. You need to have a relationship with somebody before you can then start going out running your mouth. I so much commend you, sir, for you even having the time to go back on social media responding to people. There's no point, in the sense that those who know you know you. And I'm quite happy for a lot of comments that I've seen about those who have mentored. Now, $18,000 brought about, oh, this and that. People are paying. People are still paying. Do you understand? So it depends on what you want and how far you want to go in life. I keep saying to people, I've learned a lot from you as somebody that you have mentored, still mentoring, even if I'm not paid, I'm still learning. Any of your webinars, even the one I can't join, I will go back to yours, to your wife. I will still go back and listen. And I put down my notes and I work with it. That a lot of people now are even calling me to speak in events. Do you understand? Not even about housing alone, but about, because I sell. Your wife is here. I shared my testimony about when I wanted to bring in floppy slippers from was it Dubai? I can't remember now. And the way I would travel, and then she said drop shipping. And by the time I just stick to that niche, I made millions of naira. Do you understand? So it depends on what people are looking for. And when all this started about 2 weeks ago, I've received over, I can't count it. Everybody that knows me, that I'm always shouting, Stephen Akitayo is my mentor. They kept on sending me, look at this, have you seen this? I said, look, stop sending it to me. Everybody's on social media. I choose to look at what I want. So you sending it to me does not mean I'm not aware, but it doesn't affect me because you don't know this person. This is my response to them. You don't know this person. I even spoke to my Jew about it and said, that is noise of the markets. And I can assure you, it is the poor people that are doing that. And I agree with him. So, so for me, I have a testimony today that eventually I got the property that I didn't plan for, and I'm able to rent out. Even the renting, I was like, I fought Mr. Farouk, like, he got to a stage or a point I have to even report to Dr. Akintayo that I'm not okay, money. My husband is like, woman, calm down. The property you bought for how much? You want to get money, you will be the one losing. Dr. Akintayo will walk out here smiling. So calm down. I will say, I don't care. By the end of the day, I am happy. In fact, I was telling him last week that I need to come to Dubai. I need to get one more in Dubai. I don't want to do anything in Nigeria again because this place is not just for me. That doesn't mean people cannot with GTEx. I mean, I keep saying to people that they've come to ask me, I will say, look, if you want, follow the person that knows road. This is the one I know. The one you are telling me about, I don't know. Maybe because I've never invested there or I don't have a relationship with the person. But the one I know, and if anything, I can stand, put my name, put the whole of me is GTEx. If you know you are not doing it, then you can go to your AYZ developers. You understand? So that is for me, and that is my testimony. And I'm so proud any day, anytime to do this. As in to talk about this, I don't, even when people are talking, I just said, believe that is market noise. It's got nothing to do with me because I know I am getting what I did not even bargain for, and I'm happy. Like doctor said, by next year, Mr. Farouk, I won't take this normal price. I'm putting more on it. And that is it. So within how many years I'll be making back the money I paid. I also had to top up. Even when we had to top up, I was fighting, I was upset. My husband would say, look, don't even bother. You don't know about, you just want money, but listen, Nigerian market is bad. I understand it's painful, but let's just go with it so that we won't be the one losing. And I'm happy where I am today. I'm happy. So Dubai is my next one with GTEx. I've got a lot of people inviting me to do this. I said I'm not. When I'm ready, I know where I will go. And it is the place I have been to that I'm coming back to. So that is my testimony. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm in Nigeria. I just came to unwind a bit now after so many activities. And I'm right now at the cinema, so I need to rush off.
No
I have to come
problem.
out and come and give my own testimony.
Banjo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Banjo. I never met you. I truly appreciate your comments. Thank you so much.
By the way,
Thank you
Mrs.
so
Banjo,
much,
before
man.
you
I will
go,
see you in Dubai when you come. So you
Absolutely.
definitely, I will
Mrs.
host you there.
Banjo, please, before you go, guys, you have no idea how people who do things also affect another customer. The clients who paid the developer in Dubai, they didn't pay us, so they didn't even buy property with us in Nigeria. They went to illegally got a permit to freeze our account in Nigeria. When the rent for Mrs. Banjo's apartment in Jasper was to be paid, it was now paid to that account. She couldn't get her 8 million rental income for months. Sometimes you think you are doing the company, you are doing your fellow human being. Somebody else is affected. At the end of the day, we want that court judgment, right? And and those things are out there. We want, because they just said, what is going on here? You didn't pay to these people. It wasn't to their account. They only referred you to a developer. Go and hold the developer you pay to, if you even have any claim.
Doctor,
And
sorry,
yes.
sorry to cut you short. I remember that in Dubai, if you are not the one that bought a property, you can still give someone power of attorney to fight for you, which was requested from this client that, okay, just give a power of attorney to us so that we can fight and plead your case on your behalf. But they never objected to giving that. And if you don't give us a power of attorney to help you fight your case in Dubai, there's no way we can fight for you. So it's either you fight yourself since you didn't pay to us, or you give us a power of attorney to actually help you plead the case on your behalf. And even when we actually took the case to EFCC, I think that was 2 years ago, I remember EFCC also wanted to get some of these details from them, but none was forthcoming to just help to resolve this issue from also the guy who also defrauded them as well. So just said I should just chip in that as well.
Even the guy is an alleged, the Abimbola guy is an alleged defrauding because there's no evidence. He worked with the developer and he claimed he paid, because some of them wanted him to change money for them, and that he changed the money and he paid to the developer, right? So even that is, but even if that's the case, go hold the guy accountable, whoever you paid to. But when you didn't even cooperate, we got 2 lawyers to help. You didn't cooperate to help us fight this. Mr. Rana has been in Dubai for over 20 years. He has all the connections to help these people. Even if we are having to twist the developer to say, okay, give them another unit or give them something. But if you don't give all the tools that they can use, there's nothing anybody can do to help you in those kind of situations. Is Shola ready? We have Mr. Paul, who also wants to speak on these issues, and he comes and is one of our partners, helps us with billboards and campaign. So, Mr. Paul, do you want to come now, or we take the next MD to do their Q report?
Well, thank you so very much for having me. It's nice to see you, Doctor. I was supposed to be at your last event. The person that's that's had an interface with me, did not send me the link. I kept sending him, can I have the link? But I guess he was busy with the whole event thing. Okay, good news. I got this link today and I am here. I'm supposed to be in the office just checking the records and all those, but luckily the link came. So I will speak to the Dubai issue very briefly. I have expression in Dubai. I visit Dubai a lot. And I think Mrs. Akintayo, as I have about 3 things to mention. She just painted like first, yes, I am a partner to GTEx, but I don't work with GTEx. And for many people that know me in Nigeria, at least you know me for my integrity, my personal integrity has worked for me over the years. And you know that I speak to issues the way they are. So for Dubai, I have a family friend who is an auditor. His client bought properties, a lot of properties in Dubai. This was a very wealthy man. And the man passed during COVID and still has a property in Dubai. So the wife was denied visa to go to Dubai. So they had somebody who was managing the property for the man when the man was alive, a Nigerian from Edo State. The man managing the property mentioned that a 1-bedroom apartment in Dubai is still 30,000 dirhams. And this is somewhere around business pay. I know anybody in Dubai will put their hands on their head. And that was all for a while until the woman contacted me. Hey, Paul, you go to Dubai a lot. You have a residency of Dubai. Could you help check out what is going on? So I visited this man. And all that was needed was what Madam mentioned, power of Anthony. I don't know who that person is, but please, if you are somebody who knows me or you can chat me up, you may just be there complaining. Dubai is not Nigeria. UAE is exactly the UAE law. So if you don't give out that power of Anthony, honestly, you will just talk and shout and do all of those things. In the UAE, social media is highly regulated. Whatever you think you post on social media, nobody's even seeing those things. Because they regulate the content that people should see. Because they want to remain a sane country. Not people opening their chest and half naked that we bastardize our environment with in this part of the world. So please, this is business. And in business, people get serious. I'm happy that you have interest in investing. In fact, you've gone the extra mile to make some deposits. But please, if that is true,
your money is not lost. Dubai government frowns at people losing their money. But that's one side. Remember that we have also not heard the part of the developer. So be it Azizi or all the developers in Dubai, I know that what the person might have deposited is not up to 100 million dirhams. Because when you get to Dubai, I don't know if the person has been in Dubai before or you have been to Dubai recently, you know that is whatever might have been dropped. When you talk about developer with integrity, which I believe might have been recommended to you by the organization, there are people who are willing and able to pay you back. But just do the right thing. If you don't have a visa, it's fine. Present power of attorney. Let the people act on your behalf. They can recover your property for you. They can register it for you. They can sell it on your behalf. They can do all those. They have that much law. And in fact, there is even a court that your representative can take these people to in Dubai, and they can hire an attorney on your behalf in Dubai. So you have no worries, you have no fears. The people that you should align with, please don't fight them. I talk to you as somebody who has strong presence in that country. Please, I think it will help you. If you are somebody I can talk to, I will first want you to research about me. Then you can now feel free to talk to me. Free consultancy, trust me. And I think that you'll be fine with it. So, sir, I will talk about the other things that I think one of the MDs mentioned. By privilege of God, I'm an economist, and God has helped me to place me among the very top in this country, Nigeria, today. Inflation is high, even though we rebase our inflation from 34% to 24%. It came down slightly, went back to 24%. Price of iron, doctor, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not coming down anytime soon. Sand was 30,000, true. But today, they are even on strike. And if you ask me why they're on strike, and people in construction in Lagos should please confirm, they're on strike as I talk to you. Why are they on strike? They want more money. They claim that the people dredging are charging them so much. It's either they increase the money or the dredgers reduce cost for them. What am I saying in essence? We are living in an interesting moment. We have devalued our currency. I remember I projected in August 2023 that Naira will get to 1,005 by March 2024. It was as though everybody called me all manner of names. Well, you know, I will not bother as long as I am following the econometrics model. What happened January 31st, 2024? Naira went to 1,900. Then the Nigerian government says it's important for us to partly manage our policy. Then government changed to manage flow. That's why you see about 1,600 today. Unlike what you said. What have I mentioned all this? Stability is the strength of every economy. Why many of us like the UAE is because of the stability in that market. It's 3.65 dirhams since the time I've known UAE till today. So you can invest, but doesn't mean you should not invest in Nigeria. I encourage you to invest in Nigeria, but please understand that any country whose currency is not stable, faced with high inflation, what you have is time. So if you are to invest, invest now. Whatever you need to do it now. Why? Tomorrow, certainly, is not maybe too late, will be too late. Because prices will never remain the same. We know currency always flow towards which direction is going down. So just to put those clarity in it, it is the nature of the economy that is making things. Just this morning, one of the notable banks, I don't want to mention name, increased SMS charge from 4 naira to 6 naira. That is 50% increase. So what do you expect of our construction industry, for so many industries with their prices? They certainly have their prices increased. So please, I also now want to say for the organization, I don't know, so it would be wrong for me to judge, but please, communication, newsletter, share to clients, let people know, do economic report for them, let them know that things may change. As things are changing, the good news is that for everybody in real estate, it's a very, very, very big news to you. It's a massive good news for you because the value of your real estate is going up. And luckily, the value of your property is also predictable. It can be calculated. If your property is 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 million today, what will it be in the next 36 months? Economics make that possible for you. Yes, I heard and I read on social media people saying all manner of things. Doctor, you notice I never brought it up to you. I never brought it up to you. I would just like to say that where uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Welcome on board to the game of prominence. If you are nobody, honestly, nobody will drag you. But if you are traveling on that journey of prominence, you will see more dragging. After all, my favorite book talked about the Son of God, how he was also dragged many times. So what is important as an organization is the integrity and utmost good faith with which we do our work, with which we serve humanity. And we know that, yes, even leaders of faith in both religions, leaders of faith in both religions have been dragged. Not so long I saw the Sadhana of Sokoto being dragged. Who would have imagined a Sadhana of Sokoto or Pastor Adeboye or Bishop Oyedepo? But these are people who we have dragged so much in this age and time. What is important is to remain focused, provide the value for people. And, you know, the benefit of all of this is that people are getting to know GTEx. How is not what is first. What is first is that people are getting to know GTEx in the marketplace. How do we capitalize on this name that is created and make it known more for people? I'll stop here because I noticed some people were sending messages and they don't know what it was. Thank you so much and God bless you. It's good to be here with you and I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much, Doctor, for the privilege.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you. Sir, we can't hear you. You're muted, sir.
Oh, yes, I'm here. I'm here. Okay, you're talking to Doctor.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Paul, for that. We appreciate you. But we need to move to the other MDs that need to make their presentation. So let's move fast. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Shola, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can you hear me loud and clear, please? Please confirm.
We can hear you now. We can hear you.
All right, thank you very much. I want to my sincere apology for the breaking transmission. It was due to my network over here. So now I'll quickly move to my report for the first quarter of the year. Right. Some of the past speakers, they've mentioned some of the achievements we were able to attain in the last first quarter. All right. So now I'll start from some of the estates we were able to launch right in the last first quarter, and talking about Garnet Estate and Sokoro. All right, so we're able to source for the land, and then we launched. It was very, very loud. You know, every media houses were present, right, and it was projected out there, and a lot of subscribers actually came in and recorded sales as regard the estate. That's a Garnet Estate. Sokoro 2. And then again, thank you very much. And again, we were able to unveil our Beryl Phase 2, Beryl Beachfront Estate in Bejuleki. This estate is a very amazing estate. You know, we sold out the first phase, that's Phase 1, and we're moving to Phase 2. And the beauty of it is we are having Phase 2, Phase 3, and we're having Phase 4, right? So we are moving to Phase 2 now, right? And then a lot of people have shown interest and they want to subscribe to this estate. And again, we move to Jasper Smart City Bejuleki Phase 2. Jasper Smart City Bejuleki, one of our best estate, fast-selling estate in the Bejuleki. So, and the beauty of it is now we have Phase 2, and again, we're going to be having Phase 3. You know, they are in different phases. You know, of course, we're going to be still counting. We're maybe to Phase 5, and again, currently we are getting another property on that axis, which is about 20 acres. You know, facing the Coastal Road. Right. Good news. Coastal Road is now just behind Jasper Gardenia, right? And we are getting another 20 acres facing, the coastal road. And again, we want to, what we're trying to do is we're trying to match, all these estates together, right? We have the current one is 10 acres. We are looking at 20 acres. We have 6.5 acres. All these acres, we're joining it together. We're going to create road that will link all these estates, right, together. And you can see the pictures of that was the Customer road that was launched, right? So that's the picture you're seeing. Then let's move on to the next estate. It's going. Okay, so we have Garnet Ibejuleki. Garnet Ibejuleki, it's an amazing estate in the country. It's a governor consent. This is an estate that our chairman actually, is very dear to him. And then the estate is about 25 acres. Right, so we are getting it bit by bit. We are getting up to 50 acres on that axis, but right now we are in 25 acres, right, to us. And again, we started our developmental program on that estate, right? We started our fencing, our perimeter fencing, right? And we started our some filling. This particular estate is in a prime area of Ejuleki. The prime area of it. Buildings are everywhere, right? It's an estate you want to buy and you want to move in and start your construction. You can see some of the clips we have for the launch. It was launched, right? And we have media houses that came to grace the occasion. Let's move to the next one, please. Next one. All right, so in the last quarter, we were able to unveil acreage land. Acreage land is another subsidiary under GTEX land, right? So what we do here is to source for, bulk land, right? Bulk land is it's a place where you can, you can own your own estate. Maybe you want to buy 2 acres, you want to buy 3 acres, you want to buy 4 acres, right? So we're able to source for one that's in Abeokuta, right? It's about 200 acres land facing the express, directly facing the express, right? This estate is an amazing one. It's very close to Kobakwe, very close to Kobakwe. It's close to Buhari Estate. We have a lot of landmarks around this estate. So if you're key into this, so you want to buy and start your own estate, just like I said, right? But it's not going to be a luxury one. It's not going to be a service plot, right? You are to buy and then develop yourself. You can do every infrastructural development on your own land. Our own is to source for you, right? We do all the due diligence for you, right? Nobody has ever come to us and say, money that is disturbing me in the land we are selling. And the beauty of it is, I'm the MD of this subsidiary. I front the acquisition. I front it. I'm always out there, getting good deals, getting good property, for the subsidiary. I don't just go for any outland. We do our due diligence, to ensure that when our clients key in, there won't be any problem. And like I said again, there has not been any cases of money that is disturbing me on cheated. It has never happened before, and it should never happen. We are all out there, to secure whatever land you have with us. Also, that is that about acreage, and then I will still further, broadcast it so that you get to know more of it. And then if you are willing to key into it, right, just reach out to us, and we're ready to work with you. Then the next is the Jasper Smart City is Sherry. Jasper Smart City is Sherry. All right, so we'll move into this estate, and we started. You can see the pictures and the video clips of Jasper Smart. That's the new face of the estate, right? We started infrastructural development. We started with drainage, right? You can see the front drainage about 1,500. About 150 meters. Right, drainage, was constructed in that estate. Then again, we did a lot of painting, we did a lot of plastering. We put a new gate, right, And again, the next phase of this essay is for us to move in. Right, we're starting our office on this estate. The plan is, if we have an estate, we want to be on the land. Want to be on the, not just for anything, to secure our land. And whenever our investors comes around, they will see us that we are always on the land. We're already on the site, right? So, in the next quarter, we are going to move into this estate. We're going to be having our offices right on this estate. And again, for the second quarter, quickly, we're going to be launching Garnet Phase 2. We're going to be looking at Garnet Phase 2. All right, we're going to be launching Jasper Ibejuleki. Yeah, Jasper Ibejuleki Phase 2 is happening this month. MD Chiteson has already said that. It's happening this month. We're going to be launching it. Right, then again, we're going to be launching Ijebode. Ijebode, it's another estate. It's a massive land. It's a very massive land we have got, right, in a very strategic location in Ijebode. That's Ijebode, Lagos, Benin, Shagamu Express Road, right? So we're going to be launching that in the second quarter of this year. Then again, acquiring Ojata Phase 2, Abuja, of course. Every now and then, the vision is to multiply, to get more estate. What we're looking at is 200 estate in the year 2035, right? And it starts now. We are doing all the work. We're putting all the energy, right, to get, to get more estate in every good location across, right? And then again, second quarter, we're going to be having some feeling, we're going to be having a lot of developmental, infrastructural developmental on every of our estates. Berry Front is long overdue, and I started as some feeling on that estate, right? And the next is to move in and start our perimeter fence, right? You recall that we already have a gatehouse on that estate. But when Coastal Road came in, right, and just like what Chairman said, 5 acres of that land was taken away by Coastal Road, right? And we are still not panicking. Your plots, your lands are well reserved, right? We're not losing anything to anybody, right? If you want your land, we are ready to, to do the allocation. Chairman just declare during one of our management that, okay, we are moving all out now, to start physical allocation. We're starting from a White House estate, Monia, right? We're starting this Friday. We're starting our physical allocation. So if you have subscribed to this estate, kindly come forward. I'm going to be putting costs through. We send mails, right? Send reminders to our client that subscribe into this estate. Right? Come tomorrow, Friday, we'll be there, right, to allocate your plots.
Yes, Mr. Shola, let me intervene. So what we are doing is to say in the next 3 months, we want to reallocate all over again, because we also hear all manner of, oh, I bought land, I don't know where my land is, so I did not see my land. I mean, your land is there. If you come, you will see it. One of the things we do often is we have an inspection manager. Once you're in Nigeria, oh, I want to go see the land I bought. I heard somebody was asking Prime Rose. Prime Rose is there. Sometimes, okay, what were we targeting for Prime Rose? Prime Rose, at the time we bought it, was very far from the express road that was existing. But the data show that when coastal road comes, it will be closer to the coastal road. So now that they've started coastal road, maybe once they, make progress and complete it, it's easy for us to start major work on Primrose. Because at that point, you remember this thing is land banking. You just buy land, leave it for some years, let the value go up. Okay. And then once the value is going up and you're seeing that the place is developing, you go there and you start cashing in. That is the concept, that we're used to. So sometimes I notice that people feel, oh, they didn't mention the estate I bought 10 years ago. Maybe it's because the estate has disappeared or the estate no longer exists. It's not like that. It's that you only market the new one. Most of those estates are sold out, right? So the only time conversation can come up is maybe when you now want to start development, or if you realize that most people refuse to pay development and you need to probably refund them and then sell it, like Mr. Rana has approved, that any estates people don't pay development, refund them, and then try and get new customers who are going to buy those lands. So the people asking for refund have to also, there are terms to it. I'm hoping that, Shola, if do you have the details of the refund process, the email they need to send refund request to? You return all the documents we gave you. You return it back to the office, and then you sign the refund form, and then we will, I think it takes 3 months to start paying, and the payment will be staggered. So so there's a process to that, but we are open. We even announced in December at a press conference to say, normally what you sign is that if you're pulling out, you pay, we take 30%, but we're even willing to waive that, just so that there can be peace. And I don't think any organization can do more than that. Integrity is important to GTEx, and sometimes it's so painful when you've done everything to do things with integrity. And because of the day and age of social media, we posted about our my coaching program. And this is also what people don't know. I am no longer a director in GTEx. I'm an investor like any one of you who is also investing, right? The directors and those running GTEx are Mr. Rana and all these people you are seeing here. They run day to day. Okay, I'm just an investor who is even waiting for them to make enough money and pay me my returns because I put my money into the business. So we need to people need to understand this. So you have to separate the two. You are abusing me for charging for coaching. And before you know it, you drag GTEx into the conversation, which is two different entities, right? And I don't know whether I don't have the right to charge $20,000 to mentor business owners. You saw Mrs. Tony sharing her testimony. This woman met me in Dubai in those days and paid for my coaching. And some of them said there's nobody that exists. We don't know what to say to them. She paid for my coaching. The woman that bought, that just finished teaching, sharing her right? That just finished sharing her testimony. So she bought into my coaching in Dubai way back over 8 years ago. Started her e-commerce. My wife also joined and mentor her. She made enough money, started buying properties in Nigeria, both from us and other people, and today has built a massive wealth for herself from what we taught her, from the things she learned from us. Okay? And so okay, now, all the millions this woman has made from learning from me, did she give me outside of the money she paid me for coaching that time? There was nothing else. It's her money. So there was so much outrage that Stephen Akita is charging 20,000, and then the next thing was to go and dig up any fake news to dig up, just to prove and discredit that he's just charging ridiculous money. Those money were not worth. How can somebody be charging 35 million naira? EFCC has already said don't charge dollar, but I don't live in Nigeria. And the EFCC is even not saying don't charge dollar. Is that don't tell people they must pay you in dollar. Those who are in Nigeria are able to pay, if you are joining my coaching, you're able to pay the naira equivalent. Okay, yeah, you're free to do that, to pay the naira equivalent. But you see people go over and over and over and over. Doesn't make any sense. But let's hear the testimony we have for GTEx land. Who is the person?
Okay, media, can you play? And then we have live testimony. Can you play the one that was sent to you, please? Media.
We can start with the live one while we wait for. If the live one is here, we can start with that person while we wait for the.
Please, Mr. Sani, can we have you? Please, Mr. Sani, can we have you?
No, I think IT can play the video. Meanwhile, I think that person is.
Yeah, whichever one starts first. I think
Yeah,
that's good.
hello.
Yeah, middle.
Go ahead, Mr. Sani.
Yeah, hello everyone there. Hello, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I always find it a great pleasure talking to you. I think this is the second time I'm talking to your attention. The first time was in Abuja because I have really missed two occasions of meeting you during your CEO trades in Douala, Cameroon. And so I had the chance to be with you in Abuja in December. Like
Where
I
are you
told you,
from? Where are you from?
I am talking to you right away from Douala, Cameroon.
So are you a Cameroonian?
I'm a Nigerian who is based between Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea. I have been
Your,
following you for a good
your
period of
English
time.
doesn't sound like a Nigerian. That means you
Yeah,
grew up in those places.
yeah. I grew up in these places because it's been more than 15 years, I think probably 20 years that I'm out of Nigeria for so long period of a time.
No problem. Go ahead, please.
And so, Doctor, I really have a wonderful testimonial, like a Nigerian who has grown outside, out of the borders, and who know a lot of Nigerians, be it physical and online. I have never come across a personality with too much integrity like Doctor. I must tell you that. And I think if you can remember, one of the questions I asked you during the December conference at Sheraton Hotel Abuja was Nigeria is a very challenging market, not only challenging and competitive, but also the people, the Nigerians that we are, it's very difficult to interact with us and they really do business with Nigerians. How really did you manage to cope with this and get to where you are? This was one of the questions I asked you. And I think if I'm saying this, Doctor, is because myself, I came across all the defamative informations that has been going on social media these days. And I commented earlier on one of your Facebook posts saying that I stood calm to myself because I had a dream. I had a dream, and nobody helped me realize that dream apart of GTEx. I come to Nigeria most of the time, but I have never owned a property. I used to tell it to my friends, be it back in Nigeria and the ones we are around the diaspora corners, that one of my dreams is to own a property in Abuja. Nobody realized this dream for me except GTEx. And if I really had the chance, the courage to take the risk of investing with GTEx, it's because I have always gone through your stories. DSA, you have done and crossed a lot of obstacles and challenges before getting to where you are. And you have always built confidence in other people. And so a lot of these things, taking from example, your first trip, the story behind your first trip to Dubai, how you couldn't even afford yourself the ticket of visiting just the Dubai, the Bujara Park, something like that. And the one that marks me a lot, which was between your personal self, your wife, and her own family, that is her father. The father wasn't ready to give his daughter to someone whom he doesn't trust his future. But the wife, Mrs. Beakey, whom I always salute also, took her courage to say, I believe in this man, and your personal self, who did not disappoint her statement in front of her father. Doctor, it has always been building a lot in me, and that is what pushed me to say, no, I am going to do investment. Before I came to this, investment with GTEx, I had done some of business transactions with people, and trust me, I really found disappointment. I was somehow so duped by some, but I must tell you, GTEx got all my heart. And that is why I came across investment when I was coming for the December conference in Abuja. The main aim was to meet Dr. Stephen and then attend the conference. But luckily, I then took the real risk of investing at that same moment, which is something I have never ever regretted of doing. And again, I must say that, doctor, you have not only worked on your personal self, you have worked also on most of your workers, because most of the things I've been following, I bet you that I always follow most of your posts on Facebook, and also come across the defamative pages that have been, to me, I believe are sponsored by failures or uncourageous competitors who cannot afford to fight you, and they are trying to distract you. So I have come across most of these pages, but trust me, it has not yield any form of untrust and unconfidence in your personal self and GTEx as a whole. Because there is something I always believe. They can never fight. You can never follow someone with an empty pocket. If you have to fight someone, you must fight someone you see walking on the street holding a big, how do they call it, mallet box. So you believe he got something. You cannot just find someone on the street moving desperately and try to fight him. No, I believe you will tell yourself that you're wasting your time. But fighting you is a form for them to learn something. They want to learn something, because we are in a world now which is so easy to detect who you are dealing with. It is very easy to detect, and people spending their time on talking wrongs about Dr. Stephen Akintayo or GTEx, to me, I believe is just a conspiracy of a defeated group of people who cannot find a point of building themselves up. Because someone who has worked on his people, I must tell you this, I have some of your workers, the way they treat me like a client, it is just like a family, somebody, among which I can mention the name of Olafemi Shola, who is from Port Harcourt and based in the Abuja office. And likewise, these people have been contacting me most of the time. The other one contacted me when I was lastly in Saudi Arabia. I went because I was there because I had to go for my pilgrims as a Muslim. So he called me on an unfortunate moment, which I wasn't feeling so well. And he really felt the compassion for me and wished me all the best of world. This is one thing you hardly get from other companies, doctor. I told you. I want to recommend, I have been working to get more for GTEx because I believe GTEx is a tree of fruits that is really charitable for everyone who is ready to invest, and to have to develop a mentality of patience. I believe if you have this type of mentality, you will get to where doctor has been. Because one of the pages I read from one lady, they called anti something, real talk with anti someone like that on that Facebook page who is so defamative. I commented on that page. I told her, why is Dr. Stephen GTEx the only page that you have to criticize? Or is it that for 17 years, GTEx hasn't been able to realize or to deliver something good, that you will only be focusing your critics on him? No, it's a lost battle. I must say thank you to GTEx, thank you to Dr. Stephen Akintayo, to Olafemi Shola, because even though the cash, the means I had was mine, but they helped me in realizing the dreams of owning a property in Abuja, and I think more will still come in the future. I greet you all and wish you the best of realization.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. I think because of time, I think, is there any other subsidiary we have? If there is none, can we
Yes,
add?
Dr. Stephen, we have. Yes, Dr. Stephen, we have.
Which other subsidiary?
Sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We are ready at this stage to listen to the. Please, can everybody hear me now?
We can hear you.
We're
Which
ready at this stage to
yeah.
listen to the MD of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation.
Can we be a bit faster? Because we've been here for.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Good afternoon, our audience, wherever you are watching us from. We won't take more of your time. I just want to brief you what we do at the Stephen Akintayo Foundation. It's a subsidiary of GTEX Holdings, and my name is Ike Namba. I'm the managing director for Stephen Akintayo Foundation. So at Stephen Akintayo Foundation, like as I said, is a subsidiary of GTEX Holdings, and these are our core values: energy excellence, focus, and visionary. So what do we do here at Stephen Akintayo Foundation? All right. So, but before I go that, I'd like to make mention that in Stephen Akintayo Foundation, we have executive persons that make up this subsidiary. Myself, the MD, I have Kenny, and other 3 persons that make up this subsidiary. So quickly, we have the coaching product in the Stephen Akintayo Foundation. We do coaching, we do mentorship, we help SMEs, small business, scale higher in whatever they are doing. We also enable we give grants to small business, we give scholarship, and also we assist the low-end people who are trying to do business. For example, last month we had one of the biggest conference in Nigeria called the BGC, right, in Lagos and in Abuja. We granted some SMEs grants for their businesses. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. All right. So
I hear you. Just move on.
So our achievements so far, let's just move on. All right. So our achievements, we successfully hosted the BGC event, joined our core values and creating traction for further engagement, organized successful book launches, right? This increased authors and also co-authored with Dr. Cosmos Maduka, who hosted meet and greet sections across countries, right, where Dr. Stephen goes around to meet our clients, the persons that haven't seen him, they wish to see him physically, so he goes around, and this has increased the credibility of the brand, right? So we initiated plans for the Doha retreat. We'll have this retreat where CEOs, mentees of the Stephen Akintayo Foundation come together to learn on how to scale their business. So we have that program in Stephen Akintayo Foundation. We also maintain presence and sales activities across vertical zones. We do the real estate, we help the GTEX Holdings sell landed property, housing units, investment. Also, we do physical books, pre-order, Stephen Akintayo universities, right? One of the basic things we do at the Stephen Akintayo Foundation is to help the motherless homes as well as widows, right? So I'm going to play a short video, and also we have a testimonial to this, right? So I'm going to bring up, because of time, I'll be bringing up one of the participants to or beneficiaries to what we do at Stephen Akintayo Foundation. So media, please, can you bring up the video as Mr. Kenneth comes up online?
Who is Mr. Kenneth?
What we do at Stephen Akitayo, we also, it's true that a certain percentage of the $18K goes into feeding the widows, right? We've been dragging the SA group, we'll be dragging the SA brand of the 18K, but it is well noted here, and to make it formal, that this is what we do with the mentorship, as you've just seen in the video, and I'm also going to list it out. So it's also true that a certain percentage of the $18K goes into paying hospital bills. We have numbers of patients we've taken care of. We'll also show you that in the video. Also, the $18K goes into giving bursaries, right? It goes into renovation bursary. For the past 4 or 5 years, there's a particular boy who's been training in school. I was also involved in that training, right? So it goes also into renovating government schools. What does this 18K, or what do we do with this $18K? Part of what we do with this $18K is that it goes into giving relief materials item to the Maiduguri victims, right? It goes also into inmates, goes into grants to support small business owners, right? So this is just not word of mouth. We have videos to back up. We have videos to show you. Quarterly, we go out to ensure that all the funds we receive from the mentorship, this is what and how we give it back to the community. You just saw the video. This was just 3 months ago in January 28th, 29th, and 30. We are out there at the, we partner with the Lagos Food Bank. We also partner with the Kuku Foundation to reach out to over 10,000 widows in Lagos. Please, can you give Stephen Akitayo Foundation a round of applause? So for the 18K draggers, you just heard from me, this is what we are using the 18K to do, and more we are going to do. So if our live testifier is there, please, can you bring him up? Is there? Oh, Mr. Charles. Thank you, Mr. Charles. Just in 2 minutes. Mr. Charles Eze. All right, thank you. I know you are driving. Thank you. Okay, you have the floor.
Okay, please, can you hear me now?
Okay, please, can you hear me now? Yes, please.
Okay. Greetings, everyone.
Okay.
Greetings,
Greetings,
the chair,
everyone.
Dr. Stevie Akintayo.
Dr. Stevie Akintayo.
Okay, my name is Mr. Charles Eze, the MD Finishes World. We own a finishing company, an interior designing company. We participated in the April 12th GTEX Business Growth Conference held here in Abuja. at Intercontinental Hotels. And in the process, we were able to participate in the pitching of businesses that were a winner is going to have a prize. At the end of the day, we came out successful and we're one of the winners. And we were given a cash prize of 1 million naira. To my greatest surprise, it was never part of what I thought when I was coming there, but it just came up and I decided to key into it. So on this note, I want to sincerely appreciate GTEx as a company. GTEx is not just a name, it's a big brand. It's a brand that lifts other brands. I also want to sincerely appreciate the chairman of GTEx, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. You are a great man indeed. Thank you for lending a helping hand to help other entrepreneurs that are struggling, that are trying to grow. Thank you for giving out that helping hand to those of us that want to learn and scale our businesses. It was a great pleasure participating in that conference, and I can tell you of a fact that since then, my business has not remained the same. The way I approach things about my business, it has not remained the same. There has been a total change and a drastic shift from the way and manner we do things from that time of that conference up until now. I am so grateful. Thank you so much, God. And we cannot wait.
All right, thank you, Mr. Charles.
See you again in Abuja and participate in much here. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Okay.
By the way,
you just heard from
it wasn't the only one won grant. Another woman won 2.5 million, right? Is it 2.7 million? 2.5 million, right? Is it 2.7 million?
2.7.
2.7 million. So it wasn't Mr. Charles alone. I think we had other people.
It wasn't Mr. Charles alone. I think we had other people.
Can you mute you guys, and there's echo, so that's why I've been guys. So it wasn't just the one alone. There's a lot that we do as a brand, as a company to help. We had in January over 40 people got that same mentorship for free. We have over 3,000 videos on YouTube for free. You can go watch them, download, learn. So this conversation about we only charge $20,000 is for it's for those who can afford it. If you can't afford it, let it be. I think coming after all our businesses just because of a $20,000 coaching program is not fair by some of those who are behind the attack and begin to pick up fake news here and there. And what was funny is that some of the news they were spreading, the people who were behind it 2 years ago, 3 years ago had gone to jail. You know, I had to post one of the gentlemen who the court remanded into prison and couldn't even meet his bail condition. I had to beg our lawyers to figure out a way to help him out. We can do better. We must understand the difference between legitimately seeking value for what we want and then bullying people, defaming them. You know, I watched this video and I want to play it for everyone because you are not at the other end of the road does not mean it doesn't have impact. Okay, because you are not the one, you are just on the keypad typing something, but you don't know the impact of that keypad on people. This is Funke Akindele sharing how bullying affected us.
Yeah. I have that strength, my God. I go old face like this, say, oh yeah. I see all the insults on social media. I see all the posts, but I go tough on. I got to a stage in my life that I almost lost it mentally. Yes, that was the day I went on live video. I was in Dubai with the children, holiday. Julie was there, Juliana Layade, and my friends and my PA. And they just called me out for something I didn't do. Because an actress, may I so rest in peace, she passed on. And like, she was in Jennifer. Why are you now feeling bad? She passed on. She was depressed. You didn't help her. And I was already depressed. Sure, you know. I was stomaching a lot of things. You know what I did? I took my phone, entered the room, locked the door so that the Julie and Co will not enter. As I'm doing the live video, I locked the door. Some people lock the door and go and kill themselves. I thank God I could lock the door and go on live video. So I just pressed live. I did like this. What did I do? Me. That I always ignore. Yeah. So there's no strong person out there. Right. You need to speak up. So it was because you had internalized that you were it's too much today.
You know, I remember when Funke first trended as Horrible Boss. It was on Twitter. She was just trending. And whether people worked with her, and you know, people who have never worked with her were making they were literally making words as though they have worked with her. So by the time this lady now died, they just mixed the whole thing to say she had been called out for being an horrible boss. She must have also been the one behind, right, the death of this particular woman. I mean, it's just so unfair, right? It's just so unfair. And these things keep coming up, and the law is clear. If you think you did business with GTS and GTS did not treat you well, go to court. It's as simple as that. Right? It's as simple as that. There's a client here, Mr. McKinsey, I think he's here. He has taken us to court before. Okay? Before, by himself, he chose to settle out of court. Is he still here? You have the right. It's you invested, you put in your money. If you think that the company didn't do well, right? Take the company to court and say, hey, I feel this, I feel that. If you have called customer care, you've called the MD, they didn't do anything. Take the company to court. You have the right. But to then come after, I'm an investor like you too. Come after the brand, come after the personality. That is criminal, and there are consequences for it. Our lawyer, for example, are taking this seriously, right? There's a lot going on behind the scene. I'm not going to disclose many of it because we discovered that Mr. Rana sent a mail just to allay the fears of investors, to say all is well, you know, we are working on, you know, nothing is missing, things are okay. We're shocked to see that some people still went ahead and gave a YouTuber who is not a customer, who does not know our relationship, who most of the people talking to the woman don't even know at all as well, who she's making money on YouTube from those videos. So she's just making her own money and using gullible people as a bait and say, oh, come and share your testimony, come and share what they are doing there. Do you know the meaning of being a fraud or being customer care issues are not the worst that will happen is called breach of contract, and it's still civil. It's been tested to the Supreme Court level that you cannot turn a land transaction to a criminal issue. It's been tested to the Supreme Court level, and you can ask your lawyer. But we also realize that some lawyers just want to make money from their clients. So even things they know they cannot win in the court of law because they need to waste the money. They need to be paid. You know, they convince the clients, oh, we can help you fight it. We'll fight it for you. Don't worry. We'll get them. And then you waste money And at the end of the day, the judge will still look at both of you and say, can you settle out of court? Right? Which is what happened with one of the clients. Can we settle out of court? Because he was insisting he was not going to pay development levy. If you don't pay development levy, how do we subfeed the land? How do we fence the land? Right? How? So when he took the company to court, the judge said, look, you know this is a civil matter, because they tried to turn it, he said, you know it's a civil matter. I will advise both parties settle out of court. Right? Settle out of court. So I want to appeal to everyone. Whether you believe us, you don't believe us, if you want refund, they are going to give you the details for the refund. All MDs will put their email and their phone number. If they can't put it here, you can email them. They will tell the process of applying for refund. Okay. Somebody was also asking for contact for customer service. Please, and customer service and email for GTS line. Subscribe for Jasper is Sherry, and the person has questions. So can we work on this quickly? Let's drop all customer service number. Then let's also drop each MD, their full name, their phone number, their email. Because I repeat, I don't run day-to-day of the company anymore. Right? I am no longer a director. I am an investor. I founded the company. I'm an investor like you, right? And Mr. Rana is the head of the entire organization. And there's a reason we brought him. Over 25 years experienced investment banker, worked with Deloitte. He understands how to move companies from just startup to getting institutional funding. Many people don't even know what is going on behind the scene. I know that Mr. Rana wants to share how he's working on getting institutional funding, for the company. But you're gonna frustrate the effort of the man. And I don't know how you put your money into a company and you want the company to fail. Why do we sabotage each other like that as Africans? Why do we do that? Why? A woman did not put her money into this company. Then you are going to her show and you are saying everything to destroy the organization. Okay? And she is making profit from it, making so much profit from it. And you are not being sensitive to say, will this thing going on, will it solve the problem? Will this conversation going on? Please, Bukola, you need to make sure you select everyone, because you are pasting the MDG test land and the buyback email. You need to select everyone when you're sending, so everybody can see what you're sending. And we need phone number and their full name as well. So if you indeed paid money to a company and let's even assume they are owing you, is it by dragging them and discouraging new customer that they will eventually be able to pay you back because you asked for a refund? Mr. Paul is here. He works with real estate companies. Let him tell us any real estate company that gives refund. Please, do we have the record? I still want to get the record of how much refund we've done. Like I said, you can blur people's name, but let's see it. Okay, let's see it. Data protection or no data protection, let's see it, because the same people will tell you is a lie. Okay, you can blur people's name, but let them see. So I don't know any company that does we've done refund over $1 billion. People are owing us billions already, right? And sometimes I've had even my mentor say, Stephen, you can't run business like this. But I say, for integrity's sake, I don't want them to soil my name. If they say they want their money back, let them. I just don't want that. But I don't know how else we can please these people. I really don't. Right? I really don't. And it's bullying. Let's be honest. It's bullying. Because some have done business with other companies and they can't do that with them. Right? And our legal team, well, is going to make more examples. And I'm sure if you like, call me names, but they will make more examples. And I think by the time more examples are being made, things will be sorted. we have somebody making inquiry that bought 2 plots from Beryl Ibadan and talking about documentation. Shola, I thought there is now a red copy for Beryl Ibadan.
Yeah, it's in process. Submitted all the survey, working on it. It's going to be launched shortly, and we'll get a record.
What's the timeline for that?
I'll try follow with the person in charge to. All right. So hopefully, before May, should have it by the end of May. That's next month. I'm sorry, this
Okay.
month, May.
And can we do our best to communicate these things? You know, like Mr. Paul mentioned, GTS does a lot, but sometimes you don't know the part of PR, newsletter. Oh, good news. We just launched a new estate. Oh, good news. We've gotten this document on this. Oh, good news. I think it's important to just start a new newsletter for every subsidiary, and in that newsletter you're able to then start addressing some of these conversations, because I think that's what people are also looking for. Because if they don't get enough feedback, it's easy to believe a fake news. It's easy to believe somebody who just said something. You'll be shocked. I heard someone was saying our US team said when they saw this blogger claiming that the Tesla was not coming near our land, our property here in Texas. You don't know the property, you've never been to the property, you don't even live in Houston, and then you are categorically. They went and copied the link of Fox News, where Fox News announced Tesla was coming to the area, and they put it into YouTube and Facebook. They said the next morning they came back, she has deleted every of those evidence. Can you imagine? One of our clients is here, Mrs. Moji. I think she wants to speak. She reached out to this same blogger and say, I am a client of GTS. Me, they didn't cheat me. Oh. I have all my documents. In fact, not just her, about 2 other customers. The woman refused to attend to them. At least do both sides of the story now. If there are some people not happy, and some people say we were happy, at least hear them out. Right? They created a group now claiming they are fighting. Okay, I'm told that in that group now, they are claiming everybody that joined the group must be a spy. There are customers who are favorable to the company who are also joining the group, right? And in fact, some of them have had to just leave the group and say, look, these people in this group only want to hear negative, right? They are not willing to hear anything positive, and that's fine. So somebody else is talking about investing and she's no longer interested. She put in her savings. Please email buyback@gtexland.com. Okay, with that you want refund. They will give you a refund form. Then you are free to then send every document the company sent to you. Send it back. There is a period to refund you, because remember, we have to find a way to get another buyer. Okay, and be able to sell and then be able to pay you. And some of those other buyers may also say they want to pay in installment. So we have given to say 90 working days is when the refund will start, and it will be staggered because most of the buyers too will want to pay in installment. And so we are okay with doing refund. There's no problem about that. And we've done a lot, and I'm begging the management, can you share some details so that they can see, even if it's just the numbers, let them see how much of refund has been done. Mrs. Moji, if you want to share, please, you can mute yourself. Hello, Mrs. Moji, are you there? Okay. Okay, you need to put on your video.
Okay, you need to
Dr.
put on
Dr.
your
Stevens,
video.
sir,
Yeah?
we'll call up Madam Boji, but in the interim, could we have her after GTEx and Associates have done their presentation, sir? They are the last subsidiary.
Yeah, let them go.
Yeah, let them go.
Thank you very much.
But I'm not sure they are
I have
relevant.
the pleasure of inviting the MD of GTEx.
Mr. Fabio, I'm not sure they are even relevant to this conversation.
I'm not sure they are even
Because
relevant to this.
why do you guys always have echo? Because they are very much
They are
into,
very much.
just mute yourself. They are very much into the conversation around our marketing team, the brokerage and things, people who sell. So I'm not sure they're like they are GTS farm, they are not necessarily necessary to the conversation. Right. So let's have Mrs. Olayinka Yusuf. Please, can you unmute yourself and your videos? You can speak, Ms. Olayinka. We can't hear you though. IT, can you help her out? Could there be something wrong? Are you using a laptop or what? Can you speak now, whether we can hear you? We still can't hear you. So you said I can hear you, a laptop, but we can't hear you. Can you increase the volume on your laptop? And let's see whether that will help. So do you want to log out and log in again, and let's see whether can log out and log in again. Let's see. Yeah, Mr. Rana, do you want to share more? Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chairman. Actually, I just, to the last comment when you mentioned, I think this is something to do with the culture, African culture, particularly in Nigeria. Why we have this intention to bring down the people who are really making an impact around. A person like you who built everything from scratch and generated these employment opportunities within country. How many people, hundreds of people still working with us, not only in Nigeria, uh, we are in Dubai, US. So I really don't know. I haven't seen this kind of culture. I've seen the competition. Okay, competition has its own parameters. We see in Dubai. I've seen in Pakistan, seen in Europe. Uh, but this kind of, bashing or malicious agenda, I rarely see in other parts. And another unfortunate part, there are no regulations. Social media regulations are not there in that much in place in Nigeria. Otherwise, imagine you and I both know what it could have happened in Dubai. You know, so any single line would drag things.
In Dubai, you are going to jail right there.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
these kind of statements doesn't make. So I would advise these people. We are not going to go down with these kind of comments. We are even coming. It is making us more resilient, and we're gonna go stronger. We are not going to be distracted. We're not going to lose our focus. So, and make sure I have sent letter to all our clients who are seriously, a letter has already gone out. If you have, in a business, there could be concerns that we could be in delays in any construction business. I haven't seen any five-star hotels in Dubai which was not delayed for a year or two. Atlantis on Palm, New Atlantis was dragged more than 3 years. So, and all big developer names were there. So, in any construction business, in any land developments, there could be genuine delays beyond our control as developers. So we understand that we are here to pacify, we are here to address those concerns, but at the same time, you blame us for the things which we don't deserve, uh, we don't appreciate, and we will. We are. I'm discussing with the legal team. We are not going to spare those people, and make sure we'll follow you to the last wherever you are hiding. If you have the courage, come and take the customers' feedback from both sides. Okay, as doctor mentioned, we have so many happy customers, so around the globe, not only in Nigeria. So anyhow, sir, these are I think something to do with the culture in Nigeria. Although it's a young population, this rather than supporting each other, they're trying to bring it down. Whoever grows above the ladder. Do we have the testimony now ready, Mr. Abbas?
Mrs. Olayinka, are you good? Is sitemap up? Can you pull them up? We have a new innovation that will also endangers trust, where you can now see all this, they don't have land, all this is lie. Using Google Map, you can log into your account, you can see the specific plots allotted to you from your account. And I think it's on Android and iOS, just to enhance trust, right? And with this technology, you can see the specific land you have. So there's no issue of, is a lie, there's not true. You can see specific, are the team around? Abbas, are they around?
Hello?
Yes, Mrs.
Yeah, can
Moji,
you?
go ahead.
Okay, brilliant. Can I go on?
Yeah, go ahead. Abbas, you can reply by chat. Reply by chat if the sitemap are around.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for having me. Yeah, honestly, I don't know where to start from. And first of all, I'm going to give kudos to Dr. Steven and every active staff of GTES. Because when this news started, I was online. I was fortunate to see it when it starts. Honestly, I was traumatized. I don't know which word to use. So I don't know how you guys manage to cope, honestly speaking, because I couldn't sleep. I was looking at it, I don't know who to call, and I was thinking, okay, I called my pastor, and they didn't pick up his phone, and this was 2 a.m. And I woke up the next morning, the news is gone everywhere. And I didn't, number one, I was thinking, I don't want to call Dr. Stephen. I'm thinking, okay, I don't want to just, because I'm not sure if you've seen it. Whatever. People started calling me, friends, family, everybody that I know that I know details. I have something to do with details. I mean, I had to start telling people, sometimes I get into conversation one hour, I'm just trying to explain to everybody, just trying to call them. My sister sent me the link from Dublin. I think, Moji, have you seen this? What's going on there? I didn't even respond because I did, okay, I know. I'm thinking, okay, she's very close to me. I'll speak to her later. But every other person, I took my time, tried to explain. Some people believe me, but some didn't. And then I said, okay. And when I sent text message to Dr. Stephen, I think it was midnight, so because I couldn't know the time, I didn't get okay. Then it started, something, it's when you started hearing things and it started playing with your mind, that I'm thinking, is it anything going wrong or something like that? What's wrong here? So I sent a message. I said it like, I don't know, honestly, I wouldn't lie. At one point I'm thinking, maybe something has gone wrong. But then I know this person personally, apart from business, if something has gone wrong with the business, but not this person. You can't come up to say Dr. Stephen intentionally go out to do people. So that I found that bit very difficult to believe. So then I chatted him up. That was when I started talking to him. So then I'm sure that okay, it's fine. And then I started listening to what this woman was saying. She was bringing a lot of people. I sent her a text to say, okay, I'm part of this. Can you please listen to other party and let's have conversation. You can't just conclude on things like that. Blah blah. She didn't respond. I kept
checking my text. She didn't respond to me. And until the time that Dr. Stephen said there's going to be a lawsuit that the lawyers are looking into it, that was when everything changed, because I could see a mood at that time. Because I think one of the subscribers, I printed the email that we received, was it Monday or Tuesday, sent it to her, and she was reading it online, trying to read it. Then I realized that, okay, the tone has changed, because she said, oh, I'm not spoiling Dr. Stephen, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying he's a fraudster. It's an allege. So I'm thinking it wasn't alleged from the beginning, it was an accusation from the beginning. And the way she said it, she was so sure. So anyway, let me just leave that apart. For my testimony today, I really want to say that I think officially I met Dr. Stephen in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, to be precise. That was August 2018. Prior to that time, I've been seeing him on Facebook, trying to do his own thing where he knows how to do this. Well, I reached out to him in 2018, and there was something, because it took me time before I do that. You know, I don't want to sound religious here. I know that something led me to him. And at that point, I sent him text to say, blah, blah, that kind of thing. I would like to meet with you. I believe in what you're doing. I trust what, just pushing out to him. I would like you to come to my church. And he came. That was how we met. And everybody actually think like it's my brother. So they started telling me, whenever they want to reach out to me, they just said, oh, your brother. That was the beginning of the relationship. So fast forward, in the issue of, related to land, I am a subscriber. I have land. I have land with GTS. My husband have land with GTS, family member, friends, and everyone around me, my church member. And our land is intact. I've never seen anyone coming back to me saying that they don't know where their land is, or they haven't been given a land. To my surprise, I saw somebody coming out on Facebook. That's why I said this is not just a customer, an unhappy customer. There's something, this is malicious. How can you come on Facebook and say Berry Estates never exist? When I received my paperwork for Berry Estates, I sent to my brother-in-law, which is my junior sister's husband, can you check this for me? What state are we with this? Are they with this land? He works with Lagos State Ministry or something, I don't know, that has to do with land. It is surveyor. And he checked this thing for me, and he actually, he knows that the land exists. So when I even saw his phone that came through, even it's one of the people that called me said, Auntie Moji, can you see what's going on Facebook? I said, please, can you help me tell them more? Because even you know that the land exists. So we just laughed over it. What am I saying is, how can somebody go on Facebook and then say, Berry Estate, that particular Berry Estate does not even exist? She said there was nothing like that. In my brain, I'm thinking, are these people okay, or what's going on? Is this something that they planned before? Where's this coming from? And somebody actually said again, oh, it's been a long time they have been doing that. A lot of people came out to say the wrong thing. And the way she didn't, because they have their own mind. They've already have their own mind. So I was tempted when it was, I said, okay, let me just call into this show and just at least say something, because I know what is the truth. And I don't think it's nice to keep quiet. But again, I'm thinking, because they have formed their own opinion, it is so difficult, they're not going to believe you, they just bombard you, and I might mess up things. I said, okay, let me just keep quiet. What I'm saying in a nutshell is, I don't think it's nice for anyone to do that. And I'm going to appeal again to the ceiling. I don't think you should just stop by just saying, I don't want it to be a word of mouth alone. I think it's something I should take further. I believe that they need to face the court of law, because for you to now come out and defame somebody's character, this is not I live in this, I live in the United Kingdom, and I know the implication of what they have done. I cannot remember how many times telephone call I have received on this matter. I'm telling you. So it got to a point people are asking me, how much are they paying? And I kept saying, I've not been paid anything. I'm just any other person that buy lines with GTS too. So how can you now, when I'm still alive and I'm in my lifetime, and you're coming back to tell me that there's nothing like Sapphire Estate, there's no, you can't do this. If somebody is not happy with the service that they provide, maybe then I will say, okay, let's talk about it, let's dialogue. We will start a conversation from there. But you wouldn't say business does not exist, they're just out to fraud people. Because that was the impression they gave a lot of people, that GTS only is out to fraud people. And that's not the case. Because I have done business with them, I've introduced people. And even the time when the land banking thing started, the Jesus Home promised us that if you sell land, they're going to give you 10%. You're able to sell it a middle person, sell the land to somebody, you're going to be giving 10%. I was giving my 10%, collected my 10%, nothing happened. So I don't know how anyone will go out and say this. It's never a complaint. Somebody, people just gather themselves together and start calling people. That's not the case, and it's not right to preach that kind of gospel to anyone. It's really bad to do that. So I don't know how you guys feel. I don't know how you've been. I mean, you're very strong. I must give you kudos. I must commend you. I'm telling you, at this moment I'm speaking to you, I still can't. I mean, I can't fathom what is going on. I can't put my head to it, and I don't know why it's personally affecting me. Really, honestly, I'm telling you, because it's actually, getting to me, and I don't know why. I try as much as possible to pretend that it's not happening, or even today alone, almost 15 phone call. People kept calling, asking me questions. So did you see the woman's message again? And I mean, show again and that kind of thing. At the point I had to speak to myself, I said, I'm not going to watch her anymore. Honestly, I just go ahead to do whatever that she wants to do. But I just want everybody to know that we are together in this thing, honestly. I might not be a staff, a paid staff, but we're together in this thing. And we know that it's a lie. That's not true. There is nothing like that. I'm not saying every customer is satisfied or they are happy, but if they have grievances or they have issues, then I think it's something that we can have conversation. They can talk with whoever is concerned. You can't go on Facebook and lie. It's not fair to anyone to do that. So I feel the pain. I'm with you on this one, honestly speaking, and I can fully say it anywhere. Because I know that there's nothing like fraud. For me, the integrity is why I think I reach out to Dr. Saving. And I saw the consistency. Anytime you come on Facebook, it's never changed his word. And somebody was saying again that how did he become a millionaire? He just rose up one day, become a billionaire. This guy is a thief and that kind of thing. I'm thinking, were you there when he was selling popcorn? Did you not hear the story of how he sold popcorn? Are you blind or something? That kind of a thing. They've said so many things that does not even exist. So I just want to encourage you all, keep doing what you are doing, because you can't say because people will still talk. And I want to believe maybe there's a new level that God is taking you to as a company. Everyone, that's my conclusion to that, because I sat down, I could not imagine why this is happening. So then I'm just that's my own submission really. So I think you should take it further. He says we should take it further, because they have been doing it for a very long time. And if nothing is done, they will continue to do it to other people, and they will just think that they can come on social media to build people and then defame them and then go scot-free. So I think something needs to be done on this one, honestly, so that they know another time they investigate things that are going to be put in play. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, my sister, for sharing. I also think that people need to know that, like Mr. Rana is saying, ignorance amongst Africans is a major thing.
Actually, so Dr. Stephen, I'm sorry to cut you short. I actually told somebody when my sister called me, I just left her voice note. I responded with the voice note. I said, or something like that. Poor mentality. I don't know how to say that in English. I said poor man's mentality. Because how can somebody say he wants to sell something, he's selling something for 20,000? How would that become a problem? I've never attended the training, I cannot afford it. So I can't say because I can't afford it, then it should be a problem to me. I've attended a training that they said free. I was halfway to the training, and this guy at the end of the day said, okay, if you know you want more further training, we will pay 32,000. And I pulled out. He's a white guy. And I didn't go around saying he's a thief, because I don't understand. I think illiteracy is really, because I don't know. I just don't know. I can try to say my market.
There is lack of education.
I think that's what happened. Because I cannot spend money training up myself, and you want me to go and give it to you free. I still don't get that way that was, honestly.
It's ridiculous, because they were pissed off. The issue started with they don't like them charging $20,000.
Yeah.
And they needed to look for anything to discredit.
Yes.
So to claim customers frauded. And people need to understand, if I buy something from you and I think I don't like what I bought or I'm not happy, it's not defrauding. At worst case, it's called breach of trust or breach of contract. So I say, oh, I'm not sure. It's breach of contract. And you take the person to court. But if you come on social media and call the person names, you have broken the law. And in some countries, it's criminal. The issue that happened with you on land matter is civil, meaning when you go to court, the court can say, pay them back their money or we'll give you fine. But when you call people name, oh, it's scammer, is this, is that, you have just committed a crime in some law. Because there are some law that make it civil, some other law make it criminal. Right. So and Nigerians don't know that. So because we are careless with those words, everything is, oh, scammer, defrauded me, stole my money, did this. That's somebody is asking here now. You can see, and that's why sometimes we try to understand what human beings want. A lady here on Facebook is saying, why is Dr. Stephen constantly keep talking about he wants to refund people their money? He wants to refund people. Okay, there are people still crying on the same Facebook saying, I want my money back. So which one do you want? Do I say, we're saying, Lord have mercy.
Honestly, I think you can, I mean, you can't satisfy everyone. So just continue to do what you think is best. So that's it.
Oh, I just want to thank you, ma'am. Words heard from you is a really source of encouragement for us and the team. Fake news, unfortunately, spread fast. I do agree. This is in social media time. So, thank you for all your concern. You felt bad. We feel bad, but at the same time, we are coming out more stronger. Even we are going to face this, and we are at business not born overnight. We are here for 17 years. We're gonna be here for years to come. And these mouths, for their own vested reason, they start barking. They would shut up, and we'll make them. So, Mr. Abbas, what's next on the agenda?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. This time we would like to bring up the IT manager for GTEX Holdings, who is going to demonstrate to our clients and esteemed customers how to navigate our site map and locate their plots in the various estates we have across Nigeria and the world. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Jamu to handle this at the moment.
All right. Good day, everyone. My name is Jamil Olai. I'm the head of IT for GTEX Holdings. So I would like to show how to use our land sites.
Jamil, speak louder, please. Jamil, speak louder.
Jamil, speak louder, please. Jamil, speak louder. Okay, I would like to share my screen and display how you can check your properties, any properties report for us that has been allocated to you. You can check it on our land site, and you can actually check it through the map live on Google. When you check it, you can check all developments currently on the property. So give me a minute, let me share my screen, please. So the website to go to check this is www.gtexland.com/estate portal. So the page is reloading. So almost all our estates have been listed here. So I'll have to log in from the back end so I can access some of the estate because I'm not a client on the on any of the estates. So I have to log in from the back end and show how you can access, navigate through it.
Can you tell us how, if I am a customer of GTEx, how do I create my account? Because I will have expected that that's where you're going to start from.
I would have expected that that's where you're going to start from. If you're a customer of GTEx, if you're a current customer of GTEx that already allocated your properties to you, so you should have gotten an email by now. If not, we can actually reward. You can contact the support of the of GTEx land, and we will activate the email for you if you haven't gotten your email yet. So if you've gotten your email, it will lead you directly to this link, and then you can click on to show you where your land actually is. Just click on it, and you see it will change the color of the house and just show your name on the client on the map, and you know, oh, okay, this is my own property. I want to. So this is the burial polo. Okay, so I want to go to okay, okay. So once you click on all the plots that we have, all the plots was split into this, and you can see the current development around the estate. These are the local lands near the burial polo in Abeokuta. This is the express road that the estate is facing, and this is everything we own on the land. That's why everything is on green. So the projected plans, this is the water plant of the estate. These are the blocks and the plot number for all the estates there. So we've not fully worked on this yet, but when we are done, all clients can click on each of their plots and access it. You can view, check everything currently happening on the site. So if there's any development, like for Jasper Estate, if there's any development on the site, you will see what is live on the estate at the moment through the help of Google Maps. Or for a new client, what the new client can do, a new client can look at all available estates and pick your estate and purchase directly without having any interference with any customer, any staff at the moment. You can pick a plot that is available, pay for it, and then the company would automatically get notification and send you your documents anywhere you are in the world. So you don't actually even need a salesperson to actually reach out to you or anything. But for support, the customer support can actually just reach out and follow up with you on any document of notice and everything necessary. So these are all the estates. So the rest I'm still going to this page. So I have 3 estates per page. So just keep me lists to show. And they are all live published. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. That is all on how to check your estate live on our GTEx Land live portal. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jamio. I think all MDs should be
Thank you, Mr. Jamio. I think
we should build more awareness to the clients, to different subsidiaries, that how they can use this facility. So it's quite an excellent facility. Every customer, whoever bought land in whichever estate, they can view the property and what's going on. And each quarterly will be coming up with this each estate reports will be working internally something. Each quarter, each estate should have a kind of report, what has happened, and we can share with all the customers. Thank you so much. I think this needs to be made more awareness should be created around this to build more transparency. So, Mr. Abbas.
The Q&A, and we have gone through all of those questions, the ones that were put in the question and answer box. But in case we have any further questions, in case anyone needs
Yeah, are there any
clarification,
questions we need to answer, by the way? Are there any questions?
are there any questions we need to answer, by the way? Are there any questions? Is there any question that is yet to be answered? Okay, in the absence of any further questions, we invite the CEO, the GCO for his closing remarks and calls for action.
So, in the absence of none, then is there any other pending business? Before we close it out?
Before we close it out? Yes, sir. We would announce in more detail plans for our 17th anniversary as we enter the month of May 2025. We are proud to announce that GTEX Holdings has been in business for about 17 years and will be celebrating nearly a decade in the real estate sector. Please watch out on our spaces for the series of activities to mark this very elaborate celebration, which will also be led by our Group CEO and our Chairman. Thank you very much, Mr. Rana. Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen.
Okay, but thank you so much, everyone, for the time and patience. I would like to thank all the staff and our chairman who made himself available since early morning for this. I think let's cash on his 17th anniversary big time. All the MDs and social media team should come up with the ideas. What's this gecko, Jamio? What's this gecko, Jamio? I don't know. So we need to cash on this 17th anniversary, run a campaign to negate this malicious agenda what's going currently online. It's an excellent opportunity for us to show and reflect to our clients who are in the market for 17 years, and we are going more stronger
Can we
and
do
explain
something
our all
about the
upcoming
echo?
projects.
Hold on, Mr. Rana. Do something about the echo now.
Yeah, I don't know, sir, where it's coming from. I see two Abbas. Maybe this is one of the reason he was. I hope you guys can hear clearly, right? And without echo now. Yeah. So what I was trying to say, May is luckily our 17th anniversary. So all MDs and social media team, let's come up with a campaign and go out heavy on the social media marketing to just make a point. We have negative campaign against us online. So let's negate this with this opportunity and let's think how we can sell more, come up with the new offers and sell all our positive points and the future plans. So I think Abbas, you should work with all the MDs. By the next week, Tuesday, we should have this everything in place. What we're going to do, maybe we pull up a separate meeting for that purpose. Maybe chairman would like to guide on any particular agenda on promos. So, but we should run it heavily and try to cash in on this. So, in the absence of anything else, chairman has any closing remarks? I would like to thank everyone, all the clients who joined us. We appreciate your feedback If there are grievances, concerns, we're happy to take them. Please reach out to our customer care or all the relevant MDs. We'll be happy to look into this, I assure you personally. So, and that's all from me, Abbas.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. In the absence of any further deliberations, we believe that the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Have another meeting at the end of Q2 2025. It's been a pleasure, and a privilege from my end to do this beside my virtual colleague, Blessing Isaiah, and wonderful team. Thank you.
Can't hear you.
Hello, smart investors. Welcome to Garnet Estate, Ibejuleki, where I love to call the new Lagos. And we are here doing amazing things here today. Today we're having the official launching of our estate, and hundreds of people are here to celebrate with us, both clients and realtors and prospects. And one thing about this estate is we started recently, and today we did allocation as well of properties, and we have lots of happy clients who are saying about us. I'd like you to hear what this client has to say.
The road connecting from the main city to this place is actually a very good road. You know, the person who talked to us about this property didn't do justice to it, and I am quite pleased and I'm quite impressed. Coming all the way from Abuja for this opening, I am so happy. That's just the
document. Okay, yeah, that's it. He got the document, and sir, how was your experience today?
Well, I feel excited because of the swiftness, the fastness of the procedures, and the title of the land, governor's consent. So I'm excited. He bought and he got it almost immediately, under 3 months. So company we sell land for you for over 1 year, no allocation. So for GTS, I think they are top notch.
Thank you very much, sir. So this is Garnet Estate, Ibejuleki, and plots are still selling fast. If you are still doubting, you might lose out. So key into this offer now. Thank you.